you know, yeah, well, yeah, they just even have the sense of like Schadenfreude, or just maybe even a sort of like the parody of life. Like that's absolutely unbelievable. That's not a thing that happens to human beings. Then, um, what is the word? I could think of the word I'm looking for. I'll think of it in like 10 minutes. It's gonna drive me nuts. Anyway, but yeah, like the actual like bizarre
Like
nature of it,
looking at it
and
from like the big picture and like looking at it
yeah,
from top down, like
yeah,
having that
exactly.
perspective is like it's fairly rare.
Right, yeah. So it's one of those things where it's
You
like
have to
these are.
appreciate it when you get it if you can.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So that's all I was gonna say. Is it's just for me, it's just always been like a sense of, well, this is funny, and I'll find out how it's funny, because if it doesn't, then like laughing at it is better than feeling powerless about it, because you control so very little about the bad things. You control so very little about your
Absolutely.
life that like finding the funny is the strongest way to survive, in my opinion. And once you find something a joke, it loses power over you, and
Absolutely.
that's the important part for me. Like and I don't tell anyone else how to live, mind. It's like I said, if you have access to like help, and like you have a constructive
Oh
way to
shit.
turn your negative emotions into positive output, you should probably pursue that. You probably shouldn't fucking laugh at it like a clown, but I don't have that option, and for that reason, I do what I do. So I just want to say that my way of living ain't always the best, but it's what I got. I just always want to put that disclaimer on there, like, don't try to live like me, please. God, don't do that. It's not a, it's not. I'm not recommending anybody on this plan. I'm just saying you could do worse.
Yeah. I
Alright.
agree. Like, it's just one of those
Who
things.
else is up
Like,
for the Tooch challenge?
Hey, same.
look,
That's the same
I
pitch I gave
love,
my girlfriend. You could do worse.
look, I love Tooch like a brother, but I don't know if I'm down for like every part of the Tooch challenge. He has endured far more pain in his life than I would like to endure, and I can admit that.
That's fair. Not
He,
Hey,
he
everybody
is
taking
a
a
can be as
take a
hard as
stronger
break.
Tooch
man
can be.
for it.
Yeah, someone
Uh,
redeemed die break. Like, take an ad break from this for a minute. But yeah. Well, no, I don't. I'm not stronger than you, Sam. I'm more. I don't know. Oh, okay, that sounds like a brag. It's not. I've just proven adequately resilient for my life. That's all. It's not. I'm stronger than you thing. That's a.
I wasn't trying
I'm.
to, I was,
Yeah, yeah,
I
no, no. I was like, don't put
This
yourself down.
humble motherfucker.
yeah.
Because that's something we talked about. So I have a VA, a science psychiatrist. If she's listening, no disrespect, madam, but you're not very helpful. Anyway. I missed an appointment with her an hour ago, for the record, and that might be part of why she's not helping too much, because I've actually forgotten to get to wake up in time for every appointment. But that's life for you. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm bad at remembering things. Sorry, like this is kind of an aside. I am bad at remembering things. I forgot that it was happening. In fact, talking about her is what reminded me she exists. And that comes from the fact that you see her like once every 3 months, and that just doesn't
Yeah.
help very much anyway. But
No, not really.
like I was saying, and that's not on her, that's on the system. There's not enough people to take care of people, and
No,
I hate
like
that.
to actually
But
care about other people can be very asinine, unfortunately.
yeah,
Because
right. So like
there
I'm
is
not
so
taking it
much
out on her.
involved in actually caring about other people.
Right, like, and I'm not taking it out on her. Like, she probably really does care about other human beings. That's why she does her job. But like, that being said, it's just I can't imagine hearing, just a wall of troubles all day and not internalizing some of it, and then like trying to make the best out of these people's situations. That's not for me. And if this is for her, God bless. But like, it ain't. So anyway, like I said, I'm not blaming her for the circumstances of my interactions with her. Anyway, like I said though, she's like, well, what do you think is like a positive? She's like, you have so much negative shit going on. She's like, what do you think is a positive thing? I'm like, well, I'm resistant as hell. I'm resilient as hell. I'm like, it's what's holding us together. We were talking about that in the Legion a while back. I was talking to, who was it? I can look. I literally have the option because it's a channel no one fucking uses. 1 second. Yeah, there we go. Cool. It was I was talking to Meter Nick. I was like, dude, you've got And he's like, how you doing, Tooch? I was like, I'm holding up, boss. He goes, well, keep doing that. I'm like, dude, that's literally all I can do. What do you mean? And it's just, it's been a journey. So like I said, I'm not, I wouldn't call it a challenge. I would call it the challenge to live this way. So I would call it a fucking miracle sometimes. And we just got to keep moving. I wouldn't want this for my friends. I wouldn't want it for you. I wouldn't want it for anybody in this chat. I wouldn't want it for anybody. It's like, how do you, it's like, this isn't like, oh, I'm so tough. It's like, no, I'm very blessed.
Yeah.
I'm immensely fucking blessed. I have good people. I have a good Lord, and I have good lines of support that aren't traditional help that I need. And that has been enough to, like, put duct tape and glue and chewing gum and JB Weld to this shit, and it holds together as an arcane science experiment, and like that's what's keeping this running. And so I do want to take this to be like, no, I'm not tough, I'm fucking blessed, I'm lucky beyond measure, and that's what's
You guys are the magic that holds Stooge together.
honestly, yeah, like you guys are.
Sometimes I just
you
spit
guys
on
are
them a
what's
little
doing
bit
it.
and it helps.
It certainly can't hurt. The minor lubrication keeps the gears turning.
Yeah.
Um,
There's nothing better than a lubricated Tooch. Did I just derail that man completely? Like,
I mean,
sorry, the VA called.
okay.
you're good.
Well, I mean, it's hard to keep a good hold on a slippery Tooch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blue Gentleman. A Tooch Ramble is like the greatest thing on the planet.
I didn't want to touch him. I just wanted to let him go.
I just want to watch him. Watch him take off. What? Game, why are you letting things die over here? Come on.
Oh, that's a weird change from 1 to 3. Just seeing the
Yeah,
battlefield
and you're just like,
change.
oh
yeah.
my.
It's very stark.
The game grew up instantly. This was 1995 to 1999.
I'm just saying, I don't know if I like the fact they added the hex grid that you can see.
Oh, I love that. It might not look like
It's
it's nice.
It's not aesthetically pleasing, but tactically, it's vital.
Tactically, it's great, but I
You can
think
turn it off.
A pill of this game for me is the aesthetic.
That's fair.
You can turn it off. Like you can customize your UI for that kind of stuff, but man, not having it, fucking hated it the whole time I was playing 1. Tired German, thank you for being here for so much of this. We appreciate it, and you have a good one. You gotta get going. You take care. Water break. Thank you. Hit me with that
Tired
last
German,
water break.
water break.
Hail hydrate.
Take care of yourself, please.
I'm gonna keep petting this kitty. There ain't nothing better than petting the cat. Hi, buddy. He lays on me almost all the time. He is a me addict.
A robaholic, if you will.
Oh yeah, total robaholic. Can't get enough.
Just a suck.
Jesus fuck. No, fuck.
Lord Thunder.
Yeah, Polish, you are correct, I think. 8 hours remaining. Something like that. Something like that. Something close to that, at least.
No, like approximately.
Yeah,
Less than 8.
very close. Actually, I'm looking at the live thing. Yeah, it's like 10 minutes off of that. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're carving it up at 5:30, isn't it?
5.
5 even?
Yeah. 5 o'clock.
You all hopped up on the brown bean juice, Rob?
No, just water. I had that sandwich and I had that last Rockstar energy drink whenever you saw me have it. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, I've returned.
He is back. He has returned.
Yeah.
So,
I had Tired German said something to me, and I left, and
He was heading out.
yeah, I know, but it's either way, man. God bless. Have a good day, dude. Let's see, but I will have some water, thanks, buddy. But yeah, no, that was in fact my VA mental health team calling and saying you've missed the last 2 appointments. To which I said, "Oh, yes, I have," and they were kind of mad. Anyway.
Like, oh,
How dare you not pay us to make you feel better?
Well, I just couldn't make it to them. There's been stuff, and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, Trump. Well, one of the stuff was just a concert I wanted to go to, admittedly. But there are things that take priority over them because it's I drive an hour to the VA,
yeah.
so I drive an hour. I see them. They say, "Are things still fucked?" I say yes. And they said, "Will they ever be not fucked?" To which I say, "Isn't that your job to determine?" And then we sit in silence for 10 minutes, and I go home. And it's that's a gross exaggeration of my experience, but still.
You clap, say, "Good effort, team." Break.
Yeah, pretty much.
What
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, honestly, going to that concert probably was better for your mental health than going and seeing them. Because
That's
getting
good.
out and doing stuff with people,
Oh yeah, I'm not blaming them. It was just, and I was blessed. I had a friend who quit his job that week, so the concert was was a ways off. It was it was a 3-hour drive to the show, but it was the closest one to me. And I just had a friend who quit his job, and I was like, "Hey man, if I pay for literally everything, do you want to go see this band I like?" And he was like, "Yeah, I guess." So it worked out pretty well, honestly.
always good.
Out.
What is this
Fucking
aforementioned band?
Yeah, no. It was I went to a nearby state to see the Who. That's the HU, the Mongolian metal group. They're
Okay.
they're fucking awesome.
They're cool too.
If you hadn't seen them and you like that style of music, I can't recommend. Or if you like them and you haven't seen them live, I can't recommend seeing that show enough. That shit is so fucking good. In person, it is infinitely better. A lot of bands are you have the concert effect of just feeling better. Some are worse, some are better on stage. It's whatever. But they add a lot to their performance, not just because of the visual medium, but the actual musical performance. They introduce entire instrumental segments of existing recorded tracks that just don't exist, and it's there's a certain degree of flair that comes with their live performances. So I highly recommend supporting them in the live fashion. It's really cool.
Nice.
It was them. They were touring with Fire from the Gods, Megadeth, and
That's a big
Five Finger Death Punch.
Holy
Yeah,
cow.
Death Punch, boy.
Yeah, it was a hell of a show. I'm not a big Five Fingered Death Punch guy, but they put on a hell of a fucking show.
Oh yeah,
So,
great performance.
they put it even if I don't terribly like them, I can respect the fuck out of a stage presence like that. They killed it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing is I've been to a ton of concerts. I've been blessed to see 27 concerts, and I love everything I've got to see. It's always been very cool, even bands I didn't like. I accidentally saw Lee Bryce once. And
Accidentally.
he was he put on an excellent show.
Accidentally, I love how you just like accidentally saw.
Well, no, so I'll tell the story. I went to see a different show. So this was I was in the military, and there are a bunch of concerts you could see for free as a soldier on base, right? So the dates on our calendar for who was going to show up and perform at like the local like it wasn't really like an amphitheater. It was more like a big open plaza next to a series of businesses, but it worked out, I guess. Anyway, so like who was going to set up? Huh?
Oh, Hazelwood's like Disturbed would be dope.
Yeah. So we went and saw the shows there whenever they had them. I'll have a second story about that in a second, but the show that was like the Lee Bryce concert was fucking awesome, but I didn't mean to be there. The dates we had for who was gonna come and play had two of them reversed, like on the calendar. We had so context. This was 2010, right? Sorry, 2011. It's 2011. And it was like
Back when you could make a mistake and it'd be okay.
Yeah, pretty much. But like it's like the winter of. It's kind of in context for who I was there to see, and it was like I went there to see 303, right?
Oh wow. Okay.
And so I dressed accordingly.
Oh my.
So I dressed accordingly, and so I've got a different band shirt on. I've got, like underneath my hoodie, I've got my fucking trip pants. I've got the whole like entourage. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go hang out with a bunch of alternative chicks at this concert. And I get there, and it's Carhartt and fucking PVR as far as the eye can see.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
It's
I'm
country
like-
music time.
And I was like, oh Jesus. So I walked in, and they were like, "You're here for the concert?" I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "You didn't know the schedule got changed?" I was like, "No, I didn't." I said, "Who's playing?" They said, "Lee Bryce." I was like, "Fuck it, I drove over here. Let's kick it." And like,
I ain't give a fuck. I'm here to party.
So I just remember me and a friend of mine named Tim, like, just tugging to redneck chicks and just screaming like the chorus to songs we didn't know.
Hell yeah.
It was really good. But like I said, he was on a hell of a show. Super gracious to all of us. Like, he was very cool. So even though I'm not a big country, like a modern country music guy, I will say that Lee Bryce was like a super gracious dude to have perform for us. So it was very cool. Another, like I said, I saw a lot of bands that way that I just don't think I would have seen in the native.
You would have chosen to go see, basically.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Like, I chose to see some of them because they were free, right? Like, I had a girl I was talking to who wanted to go see, fucking Flyleaf, and I was like, I'd never have seen Flyleaf on my own. You couldn't have paid me. But I saw them, and they weren't awful. But they were on stage with POD, who I also didn't like. I knew one song, but I knew "Youth of the Nation." It's the only song by them I know. It's the only song I still know, having seen them. That concert was ridiculous to me because I spent the entire show like with her on my shoulders, this girl I was talking to. So I'm just sitting there like tired, my knees hurt, and I'm like,
I was to say, you're making my shoulders hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
I'm like, my
thinking
knees
about
and
it.
shoulders are tense. Yeah, and I'm just like, oh my god, how long is this fucking set? And they redeemed it. Credit to POD, they redeemed it by doing my favorite on-stage performance I've ever seen. And I did it by one small act, and that was playing a song by a band I like better than them.
Hey.
So we were there watching the show, and she's on my shoulders, and we're just listening to them, and they sing "Youth of the Nation," and it's like, whatever. Here, they close on it. It's their big song. It's on the radio, right? And they're singing, and they have like kids from like the audience come up and like sing the chorus for it and everything. It's fucking bizarre. And in the middle of like the second chorus of the song, they kill the house lights, and it's fucking black. They get everyone on stage, and when the house lights come back up, they're squalling at the top of their lungs. What I Got by Sublime, and it just made my life infinitely better. I was like, that's the shit. And so I'm
That's
out there
so
just
sick.
losing my fucking mind, singing along. And was like, what is this? And I'm like, shut up. That's what I've been asking for an hour and 45 minutes. I get to have
They
this.
finally fucking give me something you should
Who
Yeah.
sung the song better? That's the question. Who sung the song?
Well, you're not gonna beat Bradmull. You aren't. And since he's dead, I'll say one thing: POD's a hell of a lot better than Sublime with Rome. So there's that. So no, Sublime will, in my heart, will always be you can't undo them. You know what I mean? Like, I still prefer their cover of Scarlet Begonias. Like, nothing's fucking wrong with it. It's just, it's all perfect. Unfortunately, I'm just forced to remember the Sublime with Rome exists, and that's just kind of sour my morning, if I'm honest.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oh,
Morning, Jack. I'm happy to hear from you this morning as well. I have mucus in my chest, but I'm with us. Oh Lord, that's funny. In chat, text is like, "Can you draw me the hands of a clock at 10 and 2?"
yeah. That was his challenge for Rob.
What?
Can you do this
Yeah.
thing, Rob? It's
Yeah,
important.
Rob. You've been requested.
What?
Show hands 10 and 2, like a clock.
Eh?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him.
Oh, so good.
We got him. Now watch this drive. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Good morning.
Hey,
So
Tech.
how many hours you got up to? How many hours?
24 hours, 22 minutes, 19 seconds.
Oh shit, I've worked for longer than that.
That's not good for you.
I didn't say it was. I just said I have. The longest I ever worked was 37 hours.
Yeah,
Good lord.
I haven't had to do
Oh.
something like that since college.
Oh no. That was as a gunsmith. That was to meet a production order.
Yikes.
okay. I was
I was
gonna
like,
say
that's some like I worked that long in the army shit. Like I don't. Jesus.
Well,
I-
if you were under 30, there's if you ever had a rough job, let's say under 30, you have probably worked more than 24 hours and you don't remember it. You probably don't remember it because you
don't.
worked
You go
yourself
full zombie
stupid
mode.
and you have brain damage. I have seen
you
people
full
do it.
zombie mode. It's true.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's common, unfortunately.
I
I
know a guy who was in the army who said, "Oh, I couldn't stay up long. I've never been able to." And then I spoke with his friends who were with him in the army, and they're like, "Yeah, one time they worked him for like 4 days."
Yeah.
Fucking lord.
Oh, it's not super uncommon. I love it. Well, we had a guy in our unit whose entire job was like he was security for one of our buildings, and they used him like as dedicated security for it.
Yeah.
And so like he'd be up for like 24 to 48 hours regularly, and you'd be like, "Hey man, what do you want for breakfast?" And he'd look at you and be like, "Tuesday," and I'd be like, "All right, I'll catch you later, buddy."
Oh my god.
He'd be like, God, I hope he's gonna be okay.
I don't know.
After being awake for
I
I don't know what
30
he is
hours,
now, but I think about him.
it doesn't matter anymore.
I knew a guy who was a dispatcher who couldn't sleep for obvious reasons. PTSD is a bitch. But I was speaking with his dispatcher once, and I remember he was one of those people that never sleep. Just, never ever slept. And like anyone who's on the scope for dispatch long enough, that just happens. Because, all the nightmare stuff just comes out at night, and it just haunts you. So this guy's strategy to stay away from the Shadow Realm was Red Bull.
Oof.
So
Oof.
here's the
For a little
dispatcher.
bit.
Here's the dispatcher Red Bull story. So this guy drank about 20 cans of Red Bull a shift
Jesus.
as a
I
911
got kidney stone
dispatcher.
thinking about it.
So here's the thing.
Ah.
Have you ever seen it in a movie or a cartoon where someone karate chops the end of a phone and it's in their hand instantly and then they just bring it up to their ear?
Yeah.
That was how he answered 911. It was great. So this guy who is spazzed out on caffeine, it was like, bing, you would get one tone, and everyone moves to look at the phone, and he just goes, clack, and has it in his hand, and is just dispatching. And I'm like, this guy's amazing. So anyways, one day we're sitting there at work, and he goes, you know, I've been drinking these all shift, and for some reason my teeth feel like they're wiggling.
Oh my god.
And I said, what do you
That
mean? And he goes,
radiation?
It feels like there's, I said, it feels like there's ants or slot cars rolling around in my mouth.
It's just your teeth falling out.
I said, you need to go to the dentist. And he did. And he and his dispatch buddy, because we always work buddies in shift because we're neurotic, and he and his codependence buddy went to the dentist, and he had all of the cavities. He had 32
Oh
cavities.
my god.
Oh Lord.
Oh.
Pretty
yeah.
sure his liver probably wasn't happy either.
So this
You
guy
put
comes
that
back into
much.
dispatch. This guy comes back into dispatch, and he's like swearing. And I said, why? And he says, we have a really good dental program, but it's not enough. I said, what do you mean? And he says, there's an exercised maximum you can get in cavities, and he has it.
Wow.
So when you tell him to fix the worst ones, and you'll see him next quarter.
That's what he ended up. That's what he ended up doing, and he switched to sugar-free.
I'm sure that solved all the
Yeah,
problems.
I bet
Yeah.
that really helped.
Oh yeah, all the problems were solved by that change.
Through
Meanwhile,
how
he's got
big that
free-
man's kidney stones are gonna be.
Man, the guy has fucking like cannonballs for kidney stones.
Dude, if you get them bad enough, they'll just surgically remove them. You ain't gotta piss them. It's fine.
Yeah, see?
Uh,
Zenthar, that's the fizzy tooth guy. That is absolutely the fizzy tooth guy. Yeah, he... God, yeah, dispatch brought out the worst in people and the best, but also, most importantly, the weirdest.
God, just
Lord.
my teeth
I
are
love
falling
it.
out.
The only
dispatchers.
person I know who drank that much Red Bull when I was unloading trucks at Walmart, and the guy who threw the truck would suck down a Red Bull every 10 minutes.
Because you know nothing like hard labor. Nothing like hard labor
Yeah.
full of Red Bull.
Yeah, now
My
that being
word,
was gonna
said,
say you did that.
he
Imagine the
would
guys who
get
would
the
run-
trucks unloaded in record time.
Oh lordy.
Ugh. Makes me sick
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about it.
We used to have brigade runs, and a guy like they'd be either do it, either go like be it'd be stupid early in the morning, and because you either assemble at 3 for a run at 6 because you can't organize these fucking chimps to do anything, and so we'd be like running, and there'd be guys who spent the entire night, because it's always like a Monday, so there's guys who spent the entire weekend just drinking nothing but liquor. Their body is like pickled. And you drag them out and be like, all right, we're getting ready to run 6 miles and you've had no water for 4 days, and they'd crack like a fucking monster and be like, it'll be fine. And I'll be like, you're surviving, huh? You're thriving. I respect you.
Barely.
And yeah, the fact that they said they was the wildest shit. They would still be just caffeinated and still drunk and running for 6 miles, and I was like, fuck yeah,
Good lord.
that's nothing respect.
Here's
The
something
vomiting.
I was thinking.
The vomiting I
You know
would
in Red
have.
Bull- Well, you know in Red Bull they always show somebody doing some labor or something, and they drink the Red Bull and it makes them work harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's my thing, is I was thinking about all the jobs I'd had where Red Bull would have helped. And I can't think of a single one of them, because I've never thought, man, I wish I was paralyzed by caffeine fear. I've never had that and said, that is the missing element in my decision matrix. And the thing is that, like, one of my first jobs was shoveling coal. And I know that in a steam engine, it's 60 pounds of coal a mile. Okay? That's 15 pounds of coal every 15 seconds. That's 4 shovelfuls, each about 12 to 15 pounds per mile. It is a pace, and it is arduous, and it is very hard and very hot. But here's the thing. Keeping up with that pace under an engine under full load is not easy. And I was thinking, would Red Bull make that better? And I could only imagine the Red Bull commercial as you're standing there with clinkers coming out. And you hold the can up and you try to say Red Bull gives me wings, but you can't hear a goddamn thing over the hurricane of steam and
Red
fire.
Bull,
And then the can, as soon as you open it, it just boils off.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've never been an energy drink, even when I could drink caffeine, because I was like, man, because like when I'm tired, you know what, I'd try it. Like for a while, I was like, I'll try an energy drink, it'll help, right? And I never learned. It took me 3 or 4 like instances to learn, but I'd be like, man, now I'm just tired and anxious. This sucks.
That was the thing, is that I never felt good. I never ever felt good with any of these energy drinks, because it will have all the enes in it. It'll be like, not with chlorine, and you're like, what is that? What is chlorine? What is that, chlorine that you moved some letters out of? And they're like, don't worry, we just discovered it in a lab in Puerto Rico. It'll make your eyes red. And you're like, what? And they're like, I red cola.
I red cola.
Yeah, it's absolutely. It's just like, you know, I wanted to be consciously aware of my skeleton. An energy drink on no sleep sounds perfect.
I want it. Look, don't
chemicals
judge.
we couldn't sell as combat stimulants.
The only thing that I'm running on right now is that Rockstar, the pieces of sandwich I ate, and fucking Spite.
The piece of the sandwich I ate.
Yeah, for self things.
There was
My
an
brain
attempt.
meat is slight jelly.
Absolute scramble.
Brain meat jelly. Scramble. Hey.
Yeah, I am scrambled eggs.
I actually had a poem and a tab, but you said you were sleepy, so I didn't read it last night. I had a poem and a tab. I was like, I'll just do a drive-by poeming like I have before.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
man.
fall asleep.
Do it.
Well, do you know
Oh, yeah.
Ozymandias?
I'm not a well-cultured man. No.
Oh, Ozymandias is a wonderful poem. It's one of my favorites. It's actually kind of horrifying. It's one of those poems where you read it in school and you're like, oh, that's dumb. And then you read it as an adult and you're like, that's scary. Because the thing about Ozymandias is this guy finds this giant tumbled over ruin, and it proudly proclaims how great it was and how long-lasting it was. And he finds it and he's like, here's this ancient voice telling me how great life was and how mighty he was, and here it is. And you realize the folly of power. And it's all in one poem. And I'm like, that's a good poem. One that scares you. I like that.
Will we get to hear said poem?
Oh, sure. Sorry. I was just drinking my coffee.
Okay.
I met a traveler from an antique land who said, 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read, which yet survive stamped on these lifeless things. The hand that mocked them, the heart that fed, and on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look upon my works, ye mighty in despair. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of the colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away. That's a good response to a poem.
Well, I didn't have a lot to think about there.
It's
Yeah, I was like,
quoted
that's a-
lot. Like they
Yeah.
quote it in a lot of things because it is a deep poem. You've got to think a lot about.
Well, think about the notion of being from a globe-spanning empire that's big and finding the remains or ruins of something that once considered itself the end-all, be-all of the world.
And there's nothing left.
Yeah, and there's nothing left. You find the giant ruins of this colossus of this empire that proclaimed in its greatness, I am the king of kings. And you're like, who is this guy?
And like
What
that's
is
your
this
future,
stuff?
yeah.
Yeah,
You have to
realize-
recognize it as your future.
Exactly. It's like an elephant seeing its own bones and recognizing itself. That is who I will be.
Yeah.
It's a lot more horrifying in the Victorian era.
I'm certain.
Oh.
It's not like at this point. Never mind. That's a statement I'm not gonna make on stream. But I was like,
Oh, yeah,
you
no.
know, yeah. I was like, oh well, you know, it's just the inevitable state of empires. It's fine.
Well, of course,
Oh.
and that's the thing is it's a poem acknowledging all things end, and
Yeah.
even this empire that had the power to build this giant thing here in this desert that said I am the greatest is gone, and it's so far gone nobody knows who this guy is.
They have a name and like no context. Yeah.
Exactly, there's
Uh,
nothing around it. It's ruin. That's the beauty of it. That's the absolute beauty of it. I like weirder
I like it.
poems. I like weirder poems. I like The Genius of the Crowd by Charles Bukowski. That's him pointing at American civilization and going, "You're all fake."
I don't know. I guess my favorite poem is probably "Cold Iron" by Rudyard Kipling.
Kipling's a good one.
Yeah.
Kipling is good. I'm more a
Like
Yeats
that-
guy, but I mean, no, it's fine because like, as weird as it is when it comes down to poetry, a lot of people are like, "Boo, I hate poetry," and I'm like, okay, but look at it this way: talking is hard, right? Talking, interpersonal conversation, communication, expressing yourself. These are all very difficult things for us to do as humans, right? It's why we worship and celebrate people who are poets and who are good songwriters and people who are good writers for movies and dialogue, because being clever with words, being able to express an idea and have people relate to it is incredibly difficult. And so it's why I read poetry, because these are some of the best voices you can find that people feel conveyed to them what was true then. People said, this is representative of us then. And that cleverness and that bestness and that interpretation is, for a generation, kind of like a wildflower pressed in a book. It's something they found creative, it's something they found interesting, and they froze it in time. And so it is a representation of those feelings and ideas. And a lot of people read poetry and go, I don't get it. And I'm like, this is a message in a bottle from somebody who said, I feel something. That's kind of important.
Well, it's the same reason that like my education is formally in communication. Like my degrees in communication is because the talking is hard. Communicating with other human beings is the single hardest thing we do, and I reckon there's probably money in that. And that's how I ended up with that degree. But you know, that's kind of what led me to a lot of the, like you said, the writing like from previous generations, previous eras, is because that is communication that has endured. And I think that's something in that, because you see what they considered both their societal issues and what probably holds true in so many other ways. So I'm a big fan of it.
Lecture, man.
Well, it's why I love to read the, I mean, have you guys ever read, all right, so I'm sure as you know, Pompeii was destroyed by a volcanic eruption, right? But Pompeii was frozen in time because of how it was buried. And so I'm not sure if you guys have ever read, but you can actually go read the graffiti of Pompeii, and it's hilarious.
Praise second this.
I've not read Pompeii's graffiti, but I am about to.
Let's see. The body graffiti of Pompeii and Herculaneum. Let's see. Yeah, they're pretty body. There's some pretty good ones. There's one at the bar of Ephiticus in Pompeii that says, I screwed the barmaid. Let's see.
All right, champ.
At
Well
the
done.
at the gladiator barracks, it says Florinius, privileged soldier of the 7th Legion, was here. The women did not know of his presence. Only 6 women came to know. Too few for such a stallion.
That's funny.
Wow.
At the Vico de Gil Cientazzi, cruel Legolas, why do you not love me?
Wow.
Let's
You
see.
sit there.
Oh no, some of these are great. There's a lot of insults at the Basilica. Philaros is a eunuch. Ephaphra, you are bald. I hope your hemorrhoids rub together so much they hurt worse than they ever have before. Simius to Cornelius, go hang yourself. I mean, this is like essentially Generation 1 internet, like forums. They just wrote it on the wall. It was just shit posts, but it was like on the wall.
Just imagine some guy
Have
in a
you-
toga that looks like Tex. Just like,
Just going
yeah.
going around writing shit on people, and then you have to go, hold on, I have to refresh, and that means come back tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it's not even, it's like, it's literally just like, it's just a wall and it's praise Zorg.
Oh, like that was it. There's that's what they're talking about, the remnants of, oh hellfire, if it's the name of the place I could. On the remnants of like Hadrian's Wall, there's like drawings of cocks and graffiti and shit.
Oh yeah,
Like, it's
no,
just-
the troops hanging out there. Yeah, the troops hanging out there just did whatever they did while they were bored. They were like, yeah, let's draw
Yeah.
some dicks on this fortification.
Yeah,
They did the
and,
same
like they're
thing
still
that they do
preserved,
now.
and it's really funny.
Correct.
Yeah, it's like
That sounds
nothing
about
has
right.
changed. I have
This
a
is where
friend
the
who
dicks
just
hang
got a
out.
job in missile silos, like in actual like ICBM silos, and obviously he can't talk a great deal about all of that, but he sent some pictures of just some of like the cooler stuff that's not, you know, forbidden for us to see. And one of my favorite things is there's graffiti like on the inside of the silo,
Oh hell yeah!
and it's like it's just super vulgar garbage just written on the inside of like
Oh,
missile
absolutely.
silos, and I'm like, this is I can't obviously repeat what some of it says here, but no, that being said, I just think it's really fun. I'm like, even in like the most secure like apocalypse chambers of our military might, it's still just like, haha, Dave's gay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No, yeah,
goddamn.
it's. I'm sitting here reading through the just all the shit posts and propaganda and everything else, and it is great. So this is at an inn. This is at an inn, and this is written. It says, "We have pissed in our beds. Host, I admit we shouldn't have done this. If you ask why, there was no potty."
Find a piss spot, so they just pissed on the bed.
There's also in a
Wow.
bar, there is a drawing of a phallus that is enormous, and it says "handle with care" in perfect Latin.
That's pretty good.
They're
Like
just us.
educated
Just us.
upper Latin. Like someone is just like, well,
Someone's like, dicks.
Oh man, mom found the piss bed. That's funny. Respectable graphic. Good night.
that's
Oh,
the
Lord.
madness. That is the absolute madness of well,
Mm.
humanity doesn't change much. There's a beautiful picture, and I think it's one of my favorite pictures of World War II, where it shows the top, and it shows a guy with a javelin missile, and it shows an army guy putting his dick up to it, acting like the javelin missile tube is his cock, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it shows World War II, and you see a guy in a trench with a recoilless rifle, and another guy doing the exact same thing. It was like U.S. Army, 1945, 2015, changes 0.
The same caliber of person has been required to fight war for a very long time.
I mean, look,
that's
it is.
funny.
I hate to say it, but as long as there have been men and weapons, we've probably made dick jokes about them.
Accurate. accurate.
It depends. Some nations have a little bit more panache. There was, well, there's a lot of funny things when it comes down to medieval armies. I'm more of a modern army specialist, but I can tell you, yeah, armies have been up to stupid things since the dawn of time.
Yes.
There was one case in Stalingrad that was particularly bonkers because the Soviets were on one end and the Germans were on the other of a tractor factory. And every night, the Soviet position would start singing, and the Krauts couldn't figure it out. They were like, why are these guys singing every night? And so the Krauts start getting this idea. They said, well, if these guys sing every night, it might cover sounds up. So what if we had some engineers come up here, and we tunnel into their position, and we blow it the fuck up? And they're like, that's a great idea. But 2 days into this, they realize, wait, they've been singing to cover up the sound of digging. So they start this competition between each other. Who can dig faster under each other's position? Because they have both sides have both parties completely pinned down. So over the course of a week, these two people engage in what is then described later in German as Rattenkrieg, or War of the Rats, as they start digging under each other's position to blow each other up.
Damn, this cow's fucking you up, Rob.
It's pretty good.
These, yeah.
Oh.
The Gorgons are not to be trifled with.
I wouldn't think so. They look quite armored.
Yeah.
That is a correct statement. That is an incredibly correct statement. However,
I just got because I saw a hateful cow.
They don't like that, and they don't like that. Although they do have death gaze, and that's hurting a lot. And
Well, I
now
mean,
they're
it's
dead.
a gaze of death.
Yeah. When they look at you and they're like, this mere stare will kill more of you. It's like, oh, well, that's not great. I just need to break this garrison so I can reinforce troops easier.
Sorry to break the conversation of the stupidity of armies, but I really did just lock on to Death Cow.
Sorry.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm doing the streaming in the background.
So yeah.
Good morning, Grimos.
Fan art Fantast says mine warfare in World War I was a horrifying idea where they would just be like, hey, let's get all these people who are professional miners to mine under miles of German positions and then blow them all up. And for a while, these were the largest non-nuclear explosions in history. Like, they would just be like, hey, see that, 1,000-meter section of the German lines? What if it was in orbit? And then they just push the plunger.
I mean, that's awesome, but Jesus Christ.
Well, no. What's horrifying is the thing that I believe is the inspiration for Smaug, which is the Livens Large Gallery Flame Projector. That was horrifying. There was this guy who he thought his wife had gotten sunk on the Lusitania, and he was like, I will destroy all the Germans for this! And it turns out she actually wasn't on the Lusitania, but he designed the thing anyways. So what he made was it's a nozzle, like a water sprinkler, that is retracted, and you have several 1,000-liter tanks of diesel or kerosene in your lines, and at once you hit them with a generator which applies that hydraulic pressure, and as the line pressurizes, that head containing the aperture to spray rises and it pans left to right. So you have a flamethrower that isn't drawing 10 or 20 gallons of diesel, but several thousand over the course of 10 seconds. And it's sprayed over a 1,000-meter section. The Livens Large Gallery Flame Projector was so hot that the troops couldn't charge through it because the wave or the backblash of it coming over, they couldn't get out of the trench. It was cooking them. However, it was really cool.
However, is very neat. Great.
Yeah, I think that's what Tolkien saw and was like, Smaug. Because he was like, hey, check it out. All that shit just disappeared.
Yeah.
Dude, Tolkien was such a bad fucking dude. I love it. Like I said, I love that. He turned the horror of war into such a lovable thing.
I can't
I
dispute that
absolutely-
statement. It's just a silly thing to hear.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, what are you gonna say? He did. He did. Do that.
Like I said, you can't dispute it. It's just like, you're right.
All right.
Well, like-
oh, there you go. I'll post that over on the site of WBPL. The Livens Large Gallery Flame Projector being used. There you go.
I love that they have footage of it being used.
Oh yeah.
Let's look at. Yeah. Hold on. Now I gotta go find it.
Acquire flame projectile.
Yeah, I
Flame
posted it
projector.
over on the side channel there, so you guys could see what I was discussing.
No.
Yeah, the
Phenomenal.
Livens was a pretty great idea.
It sounds like a great idea. I mean, you know, in the terms of military atrocities. That is, I am genuinely and utterly terrified of flame projection weapons, like as a human being, though. So it's like I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah,
oh,
no.
cool, my nightmare.
Yeah, I'll go post that in the Ox. I'll post the model and then what it looks like.
Oh my god. That is a train of whoosh.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's really fun because it's just it's a just massive arrangement. Like, and if you've never seen this nightmare before, if you could lay eyes on it from the enemy lines, you'd be like, what the fuck are they doing over there?
Yeah, it's a
And-
bunch of compressed gas tanks and then a bunch of fuel tanks and then a sprinkler.
Looking at the shape of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you bury all of that behind your trench. All they see is the nozzle.
Yeah, well, even if I could see the whole thing, I wouldn't know what it was until it was too fucking late.
Well, it's as far as World War I super weapons go, it's that and the Paris gun.
Yeah.
It's the problem with the fucking Paris gun too. Is it's one of the first weapons that is a true ballistic weapon in the sense that has a beautiful like leaving the atmosphere ballistic trajectory. The problem is that nobody knew they were being artilleried because the shells come in near vertical at hypersonic. So all you have is an explosion in the middle of nowhere for no reason. So the French were just sitting there in Paris, and then something blows up, and they're like, "What the fuck happened? Like somebody like leave the gas on, or?" And then another round comes in like an hour later, and they're like, "Maybe it's saboteurs or something."
Are these
Explosion.
are the
all
septic
over the
tanks
sky.
exploding or something?
Yeah, why do things just keep blowing up at random? And then one guy did a little bit of math and was like, "Hey, this is starting to look like a parabola of shelling."
How long did it take before he started realizing it? I wonder. Like, how many shells out was he like? Hold on, maybe we're being bombed.
I believe it was an afternoon, but yeah, when it comes down to Krupp, on the other end of that, you go to Krupp and you're like, I need a cannon that can shoot a shell into space so the planet can turn a bit, and then the shell can do a flipsy doodle, and then 3-point a target. And Krupp is like, dude, it's 1914. Are you fucking crazy?
Oh yeah, let's put fucking bullets in space, motherfucker.
No, that's Krupp in World War One. Is like everyone else is trying to play a game of billiards, and they're like, if I hit this ball this hard, it will hit that ball, and then that will happen. Krupp is doing that, except they're shooting the billiards from down the street, and they're going, all right, I'm gonna try to sink this, and the other guy doesn't know they're playing billiards. So just things start hitting the table, and they're like, what is going on? What is this? I don't understand this game. And yes, Tired German, the Paris gun was actually designed with barrel erosion in mind, so each shell was numbered and had to be fired in sequence before the gun was retired. Each shell
That's
was going
actually
to eat that much more.
amazing.
Yeah,
That
they
is
designed
really
that.
cool.
That's Krupp engineering. They were like, they knew the high pressure gun system would eat so much of the barrel rifling, so each was slightly bigger, all designed for controlled barrel erosion. Again, they did this in the teens.
The Germans, ladies and gentlemen.
Amazing engineering, really.
Well, that's when it comes down to big guns, Krupp is your guy, because like if you went to any company on Earth and you did like the equivalent of that movie like Armageddon, right? Where you're like, we need to destroy something that's this big and blah, you know, and everyone's like, we gotta go to NASA. I'd be like, fuck that, go to Krupp. Go to Krupp, you wouldn't even have to get out of bed. You can just pick up the phone and be like, there's an asteroid headed toward us, and Krupp's like, yeah, okay, we build the asteroid gun.
Does
What happened, Brady?
does it shoot asteroids, or
Yeah.
does it? Is the projectile asteroids or the target's asteroids? Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it depends
yeah.
on how much you pay, but
Yeah.
What clarification? It's like how
can have
much
moon
of the
bullets if you
asteroid
want,
Do you
yeah.
want to get to the atmosphere?
yeah.
Like, do you just want us to break it apart and let little pieces vapor?
I mean, that's fair, Terminus. They probably already have that gun ready-made for you to order.
Ready.
Somebody just has to have the need.
Respect the mentality. If so, respect. I love the idea of seeing a need and filling it, or inventing a need. So if I see an asteroid and someone busts out the asteroid gun within a week, I'm gonna know that that's their asteroid. This is their fault. They've created the demand for asteroid gun.
They pulled that on its way here.
Yeah.
You know, it's the thing is like when it comes down to Krupp guns, people are like, you can give them a ballistic problem that shouldn't exist, and they'll build a gun for it. You'll just be like, hey, I need you to build a siege howitzer that can shoot under the ocean, and they're like, all right.
Guys, I have to use the bathroom.
You guys,
I'm gonna put us on end card so you can keep talking instead of commercials and intermission, and I'll be back.
Grimos, I don't know if a gun big enough to destroy an asteroid stabilize Earth's. I highly doubt it, though.
I mean,
Well-
even if it would, I think that Krupp would stabilize it so that it wouldn't.
Yeah, because it's all about just like
Nah.
deflecting the pressure of the shell, right? To where the kick
Yeah.
doesn't hit the ground.
Imagine the recoil track on this thing.
Depends. That had to be built largely. When you look at how to, okay, siege guns are not like normal artillery in many ways. Namely, in that normal artillery has a very trackable and measurable expenditure rate on barrels. So a normal artillery tube gun is going to last 1,500 to 3,000 rounds on average before the barrel or tube needs to be replaced. Siege guns are way different because they are shooting very specialist projectiles and they need a lot of work. So Schwere Gustav, which is, if I remember correctly, artillery unit E672, when it marched on Crimea, I think burned the barrel out after 47 rounds. I think that's it. And that's shooting all through June. Through June, they fire 47 rounds of this giant fucking gun, an 800 millimeter gun. And at 47 rounds, it's clapped.
all right.
And the only reason it's clapped is because in testing, they fired about 200, 250 rounds, if I remember correctly. And 300 rounds was about the clip point. So it has to go be remanufactured.
Interesting.
It's just those larger siege guns do not last long. I'm trying to remember. You've got Schwere Gustav that went back to Essen. You've got Dora that was in Stalingrad, and that was withdrawn because yeah. So when the Germans retreated, they took Dora. There was Lange Gustav, and that was never completed. There was Landkreutzer, that was never completed. And then there's the question of the post-war whereabouts of the guns, which nobody knows. But yeah, they're cool guns. 80 centimeter or 800 millimeter guns. And the Lange Gustav, which they didn't build, was 520 millimeter. But that was actually an early rocket projectile shell, so 190 kilometer range in theory. And that was later proved by Dr. Bull, a Canadian guy who worked on super guns, the Babylon gun project.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I know a lot about artillery.
I've noticed. It's kind of impressive because I know next to fucking nothing about artillery, so I have nothing to add to this conversation. But hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. What
And yeah,
I'm
fan art.
impressed,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say what I'm impressed about is guns that big just vanished.
Yeah, well, the idea is missiles are cheaper, and you can move
Yeah.
missiles around. Guns that big, you can't. So
Well,
it
no, I
becomes
meant
a-
in the
yeah.
sense that you said at the end of the war, several guns just went. Basically.
I'm sure
yeah,
it
I mean,
was
I'm sure
a
there are more
project
there.
called Babylon is. I'm sure it was very milk toast coming from Canadians.
no, actually, it was to destroy the state of Israel from Iraq.
Nice.
It was a giant 800 millimeter. Well, sorry, God, no, it was a giant gun complex. It was made out of a lot of weird stuff. But yeah, he was crazy. He's also the same guy who worked on the U.S. Navy Mark 7 16-inch gun satellite launch project in the 60s. So the idea was to see if you could use 16-inch Mark 7 guns left over from our program in World War II to shoot satellites into space, and the answer is yes. So he was a pretty smart guy, just kind of not immoral, but very amoral, like Werner von Braun. I don't care. I just want to build the super gun. But when it comes down to like super guns, someone in chat pointed it out. Yeah, fan art fantast. It's one of the best artillery shots in history. Penetrate 30 meters of water and 10 meters of concrete to get to an ammo storage and destroy it up, and just blow the whole facility. That's Schwer Gustav. When you can penetrate yards of ocean and yards of concrete to blow something up, that's where you need a siege gun. So it's one of those things where every artillery has kind of its place. But siege guns are hilarious because we haven't made them in forever, because largely they're not great by modern standards and very imprecise.
Well, it ain't like we're initiating a massive amount of sieges either. The modern warfare doctrine is very mobile, so it's like it ain't like we're besieging cities at length.
Let me put it to you this way: if you wanted to move a modern siege gun of this size, you would need 3,000 to 5,000 people. That's the logistics of it. You need to build rail to move it up.
Right side. Yeah, I'm not surprised it's not very popular.
Well, it's one of those things where it's a very World War I idea. When a plane could carry maybe 50 pounds of bombs, something that can chuck 1,000 pounds of explosives is really smart. When a plane can carry 1,000 pounds of explosives and drop it fairly accurately, the siege gun becomes different. Because that plane takes 10 guys? The siege gun takes 5,000.
Ooh. Yeah, I see the logistical troubles of it. I'm always gonna say big gun cool though. That's gonna be my final
big guns
verdict.
are great.
Big gun cool.
No. Yeah, big guns are great. Everyone loves super heavy artillery. That's great. It's fantastic. The problem is that cost effectiveness. Like at a certain point, missiles are way more cost effective. But at a certain point, guns are more cost effective. So you have to find where that bell curve is and then decide where you want to be on it.
Now, from an artillery standpoint, I'm always going to be an MLRS guy. I just love multi-launch rocket systems. They're like my they're my big thing.
Yeah, no, I know a lot about those as well. Rocket artillery is fantastic.
I just like firing blankets of semi and unguided rockets at problems until they go away.
So you're talking about M270 and derivatives.
Yeah. Please.
Well,
It's just
I mean,
fun to fire. It's just fire. It's fun to. I love the concept of being like, I can't solve this problem in a general sense, so I'm just gonna put a football field size wall of rockets at the problem, and perhaps it will be resolved by this action.
oh yeah. I mean, all you need is M26 submunitions, and you're good. Or if you're a bastard, you could be like, "Give me attackums." I want a 600 millimeter rocket. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's a baby scud.
It's. I have yet to see a problem with this idea. It's not like it's gonna
Well,
hit you. You'll be fine.
What's funny is we used to actually, before M270, A1, A0, all that other stuff, we actually had a whole series of rockets that were mobile that we used that were hilarious. One was the M752 Lance, which was nuclear capable, and it's just an American Scud. They're fucking cool. And so I just imagine, like, don't worry, we have the atom rocket. Just some guy in your convoy at the back with the bomb. Oh, God. That would be horrible. You're just in a convoy, and there's the guy with the nuke.
Nuke. I like that. I love the proper noun situation. There's like the guy in the back with the nuke. It's just the one, actually.
I mean, somebody always gets stuck with the job.
Oh, I'll post it for you guys over on the side. The MGM-52 Lance has the derpiest missile and the derpiest carrier, and you're supposed to drive that into combat and then raise it with a crane and let rip. And yeah, I mean, this thing was in service until like Gulf War, and it's a Mach 3 missile, and it carries a nuke. Or it can carry a 100 kiloton warhead, so like 10 times Hiroshima, and it's just in that little derpy carrier.
Oh my God, look at it.
Yeah.
I love that carrier though. It's derpy as shit, but I have a like absolute fascination with purpose-built derpy little vehicles like these. Like this guy makes me happy.
Yeah, just the guy in the back of the convoy. It's like, what do you got? Nuke! All right, leave that guy alone. Imagine everyone else in the convoy is talking about how many weapons they have. They're like, oh yeah, the 120 millimeter gun. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the nuke.
You know, like the guy who drives the derpy nuke tractor he's a little deranged already. Like he's living in this weird apocalypse situation every day, where he's like, I'm going to shoot the nuke tractor.
No, I think what he does is every day he just goes out and just cleans it, you know. He like has a thing of Windex and he sprays it down and just wipes it, you know. He's like, well, taking care of the nuke.
That was something I was talking about. That was something I was talking about with my friend who got the job. I was talking about where he got the job in the silos, where I was like, man, I hate how sterile they look though, right? Like it's just this thing is the actual end of civilization.
So what you're saying is
you're
just saying you want like a have a nice day smiley face on the end of it.
Oh my God, yeah. Like if I was firing like a rocket that I knew that when it was in the air, it was detected in the air, the world at large was going to end. Like everyone is going to respond to that in the most like egregious way possible. I would make it the most garish, most undeniably goofy
I think we should let people I think we should just let elementary schools do like art murals on all of our missiles. I think that would be nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like just splashes of kind of poorly drawn color, like a
Miss McGruber's 5th grade class decorated this Minuteman 3.
I'm picturing a rocket covered in like kindergartner handprints.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm talking like this shit should be like spray painted red with like skulls and pirate flags and shit. Like this thing should be a goddamn eyesore because it's the last thing.
I think whenever we service them, we should just let an American school class just choose and decorate panels. I think that would make it fun.
Yes. It would also terrify the rest of the world.
Well, no, until it was far too late.
The problem is if you had nukies coming in to modern schools and telling kids about their jobs, I think 90% of Zoomers would want to be working in the nuclear program. Because think about it. You sit around and hang out and play on the internet until World War III happens or doesn't. And they're like, wait, you're going to pay me to sit inside and be around no people? And you're going to tell me to not interact with people in general? You're going to tell me not to socialize with people that terrify me and just sit in my bunker and get paid to sit there and stare at a button? Yeah, a lot of people would take that job.
Good.
It's a hell of a lot better than retail.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That ain't that the truth. Oh man. Just about anything these days is better than retail or fast food.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, if you're out there looking for a job and you're like, all I want to do is just kind of hang out, mind my own business, and go, nuclear silo people, just hang out there in your chill room, lo-fi and chill until World War III * maybe.
It's a good sell. Like, if you're like, and literally all you do is just hang out and hope the world doesn't end, like, that's what we were doing anyway. So, like,
yeah, I mean, if you're already doing that, you can't just do that over.
Yeah. You can do it and get paid for it, though. You can just hang out and hope things don't end in a fiery apocalypse and get paid for that.
I've known plenty of people who got married on that basis. Some of them are still doing okay.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm happy for them, honestly.
Oh.
So the best relationships are built on a fear of nuclear annihilation.
Well, it's not only that. It's like, well, I mean, that was an interview I saw with, oh God, what's his name? I'll think of it in a minute. I'm still got like 4 hours of sleep, so I'm just like, but what is I'll think of his name in a minute. He was a professor. Professor Hawking. I saw an interview with Professor Hawking's wife. He did get divorced near the end, I think, but I saw an interview with his wife, and people said, why would you marry someone that you knew had this terminal disease and all these things that would compromise and blah, blah, blah? And she goes, it was the Cold War. We were told every day we might last 5 minutes. Who gives a shit? Like, it was just like, whatever. And I go, that makes sense to me. Like, hey, you were already told it's the end of everything. Who cares? Make short-term plans only. And yeah, it's things people don't realize is based on the environment, different decisions become very easy.
Mathematically, you don't think you're going to survive more than 2 years? It won't be that much of a mistake if you don't like the person in the end.
So, I don't know if there's like a story, but let's see here. But there was the emergency broadcast system, I think in like Hawaii, that was like, hey, like a nuclear conflict has started or something. And that was like a few years ago, and it caused a mass panic in like the state of Hawaii, and people did whatever the fuck they wanted. And so like, absolutely. And people were like, I need to go fuck somebody or do drugs right now, and just start driving 100 miles an hour. Like, it's the end. Yeah. They went nuts, and then it obviously was a false alarm, but then these people are left with like the consequences of like what they found out very quickly what their unfettered psyche will do in the end of the world, and like that's got to be wild to come back from. Well, that's what I mean. That's what I was getting at. Talking about like Professor Hawking and everything else. I understand the impulse of extreme situations, because nowadays we don't really understand what it's like to live under civil defense. We don't understand what it's like to live under, dig a fallout shelter in your backyard. We don't understand what Yertle the turtle is, Bert the turtle from, Duck and Cover. We don't think about any of this stuff as imminent or existential threats. The Cold War is over, and so you end up finding that the mindset has changed. But when you speak with people who grew up in it, who grew up in the 50s and 60s, their mindset is completely different. Different. People who saw the I wasn't trying to take away from what you were saying. Oh, yeah. No, I think these are all healthy perspectives, because we can all see what we can see, but I don't think anyone here is going to say, I hold universal truth. Yeah. No, I wasn't trying to take away from what you're trying to say. I was just kind of like adding like a thing, like a more modern addendum to it. I apologize if you thought I was trying to like take away from what you were saying.
No. I'm not thinking that. I'm just trying to qualify it further, saying I understand their point of view as well.
Oh yeah, like that's the thing is I'd be unashamed. Like all these people came out and they're like, I'm so ashamed of what I did during that like 8-hour period where we thought the world ended, and I was like, no. Fuck no. Don't be ashamed of that. You thought you had 8 hours of like life left. Like
I think that would
stand proud you did something instead of cried and laid down on the street, because so many people would have just gave up. But you were like, no, I'm gonna live fully.
Wouldn't the list of things you did in that little panic moment make you re-examine your life and go, why don't I just do these things normally? Like, why have I waited until this moment to decide what I want to do with my life?
I imagine it was a huge wake-up call for some people.
Oh yeah. Sure. Oh, well, in the same way COVID was. COVID was a huge wake-up for a lot of people, because for the first time, people were spending time not stuck in traffic, not stuck in transit, not stuck doing all this stuff, and they just started to go, any sort of crisis or time spent away from that which holds you down is awakening in a huge way.
Oh, yeah, and like I think that's something that you don't need a mass crisis to invoke, but I feel like it invokes it on the most amount of people per capita that way. Like it isn't.
No, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. I think it's a moment of crisis or pressure that is kind of the human impetus to change. You know, it's one of those things where I remember in that film, the newer version of The Day the Earth Stood Still, where there is a statement made that humanity can really only learn to change itself when it's being threatened. And until that point, we ignore everything. And I think that's quite true.
And, you can see that, I see that, and, like, that's one way to take away from it, but I also see that as, like, a message of hope, though, is that, we're stubborn, like, head in the sand assholes, but in moments of crisis, we crystallize in what we can accomplish, and I think that's a message of hope for us, too.
Oh, I agree. Now, I have to go get my day started. Rob, if you start to fall asleep, I understand, but don't push yourself too hard, buddy. 24 hours is an achievement.
Yeah, I'll do good.
Have a good
Remember,
one, Dex.
you don't start to see shit until 48 hours, so don't hold out for nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Although you start to hear stuff around 30.
Right. So what I'm saying is rest before that happens, please.
I will do this.
Oh, I thought you were encouraging him to go until that happens, because he's most of the way there.
As soon as this hits the chess tournament, I am taking Liam and sticking him downstairs with me, and I'm laying on the couch while he plays, and I'm gonna sit there and take care of him, and then I'm gonna take him to bed, and then I'm gonna sleep the next fucking day.
All right, sounds good.
That's a good plan.
Stay safe.
That's a good plan.
Thank you, sir. That was Tex, everybody, coming in to say hi and spend some time with y'all.
Yeah.
And now we got Darksteel coming back in.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Darksteel.
Sadly, I think I'm going to have to jump out too, guys. I unfortunately have a 12-hour shift, so...
Sam's got to get some rest because he's got a big old shift to do.
Yeah, go stare at unchanging computer monitors for 12 hours.
That's still better than 8-hour shifts.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm like I said, I'm gonna be here a little while longer, but yeah, that was really neat.
Yeah,
I can genuinely say
Have a good
that
one,
is
man.
Take it easy, man. That is genuinely the longest conversation I think I've had with that man in my life. How exciting! We're gonna move on. But yeah. Sam had to go, but I'm glad he was here. I saw he was here at the beginning of the stream, like the beginning of the SUB-A-THON. He was here.
Yeah, he's done both mornings with me.
Yeah, I saw him in here, and like I was busy doing something. I was like, I'm gonna join in the afternoon, and then the afternoon got stupid busy. But I'm here now, so it's a good point. As long as I got here, I feel better about it.
I'm glad you guys I'm glad for everybody who's gotten to come by. I've had a lot of fun, even though I am. Oh, the tank is low on gas right now, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit. And I
I
got
believe you.
10 to 12. I got 7 hours.
When did when did when does the tournament start? The chess thing? That's 7 hours from now.
5 o'clock.
Striker is here as well. Striker's coming in to grace us with some presents.
Hello.
Morning, Striker.
Couldn't even hear him.
Well,
It was very robotic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm using one of the damn other cameras because I didn't know if you were doing streams within Stream Throbs.
I don't have it. I just have it with the me in the game.
Right, no, that's fine, that's fine. I was just gonna make breakfast on stream. That's all.
That's fine. Come hang out.
Yeah, let me see if I can get a better microphone setup going. Hang on a second.
Oakley dokley.
Where's this button?
Excuse me.
Mercy.
That was Striker. It'll be Striker again soon.
Yeah. I'll be departing shortly because I have to go to the gym and actually go do things.
No, do
But Sunday's like my only day I don't do thing. It's why it's my day of stream usually, and then random days in the middle. But I had to be here for some of this. I told everyone up to and including, and apparently a very important appointment because she was stupid mad at me for missing that. I told everybody to that I was like, hey, I got something I gotta do. I'll talk to you out in a few hours. But yeah,
he loves us.
I do. I really do. And like I said, apparently that upset people, but we're just gonna live on in the days after that.
It'll be fine. All things shall be fine.
Well, yeah, they don't have a choice.
True. Oh.
Yeah, they're either gonna get better or not be my problem, and I'm okay with either one at this point.
It's like, here's your options. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Either fuck off or be cool.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, man. Woo! I am very, very tired.
Yeah. Also, a lot of what I've been doing lately is I've been working up to a 10K, and boy howdy, has that been just a pain in my ass. I wish I wasn't doing that.
You're like, I'm gonna do the thing, and then it's like, oh, this thing sucks.
Yeah, that, but literally that. Yeah, it's miserable.
Yeah.
And I can't see why I'm doing it, but unfortunately now if I can't quit because I've committed to something, and that's sort of unfortunately my nature. It's like, well,
you're like,
this
I've
sucks.
begun, now I cannot stop.
Right, which is why I'm gonna get off here and get breakfast. And today is my SO's only day really off. That I'm not streaming for 8 hours, so I can't hang out on stream all day because it's like that's causing troubles. What that is.
Yeah, you're borrowing it at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd only burn the candle so much at both ends, brother.
Yeah,
believe
it
me
is.
on that
Sorry, cat. It just made my life easier. I was like, oh, hello, cat. I'll post a picture of this in the Ox and pet posting sometime.
Yeah.
You were adorable.
I don't know how I like this screen for number 3. It seems a little too zoomed out.
It is.
Well,
it's because with the
yeah,
HG mod,
seen...
it stretches it to fit my actual screen.
Ah.
So I'm not having to manipulate it all over the place as much. Striker's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, another murder cow. You got your work cut out for you.
Oh, it's a tiny murder cow. What Striker? It's better. I'm gonna turn you up a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
There.
A lot cleaner.
Hopefully that helps.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be going around the kitchen, so I'm gonna have to bring my voice with me.
Yeah. He'll do his best. Ow, ow, stop. Murder cow.
Or keep
Yeah.
it the.
Huh?
Keep up the fight. I'm gonna go do things.
Thank you, sir. You have a good time with your things and take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I will. Yes, you will. Rest well when you do. Fight well until you do.
I'm trying. I am certainly trying.
Godspeed, brother.
Yeah, thank you. That was Tooch, everyone. He will join me tomorrow along with Sam for Shitpost Sundays, which is at 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern. We still have Darksteel and Stuka and Striker with us. And Rob is becoming quiet because Rob is
Slowly becoming un-Rob.
I'm slowly becoming
He's
pudding.
become,
I'm becoming pudding.
yeah, become jelly.
Yeah, I'm slowly returning to monkey.
Rob has been awake 5 hours longer than I have.
I guess. I've been awake since
Sleeping
yesterday.
on
It's 7 a.m. yesterday. So like 27 hours.
Yep, that would be 5 hours longer than me. I got up around noon.
This is Spoils of War, the tertiary campaign of the Arathian borders, like the Arathian neighbors taking land from Arathia during the Nyan invasion. So we've defeated the Arathian militia in the area, and now we just have to boot out the Tatalians. Yeah.
Rob, did you sleep at all last night?
No.
Oh, okay.
I streamed.
Well, you could have slept on stream.
No, I did not.
There was no time to do that. There was only murder of Heroes of Might and Magic 1.
Which did indeed get fucking murdered. No, I didn't sleep. I went all the way through. Yep. There were a couple times where I just like either laid down or I think I laid down on the bed for like 30 minutes. Just kind of like rested myself for a little bit, but that was it. That was like the one thing I did do. I gave myself like a short break. Huh? You're too far away from your mic.
The funny thing is, I'm like right next to it almost, actually.
Nah,
I'm using the shitty one off the camera.
So I heard you really well right there.
That's because I'm right on top of the mic.
Oh yeah, put it in your mouth.
I'm playing with some of the different settings on the damn thing, so we'll see what happens.
Okay. I was hoping that would happen.
Go ahead and get these tiny sausages cooked up.
One day. Yeah, Jack, will full VOD be saved on YouTube, or it's too powerful for Google to handle? I don't know how Diggs is going to do it. I'll talk to him, and we'll put out a tweet or something. I don't know how it's going to go up.
Lost media, that's how it's going to go up. It's just going to be a blank screen for 36 hours. Lost media. You're living history, everybody.
Yeah. Jack, that's no worries, man. A lot of people have given and gotten, and now is just the time to enjoy the rest of it while we can. Thank you, Eisenhart.
Wait, you can get a Rancor?
Yes. I mean, essentially, yes. There's really not a big difference between it and a Rancor, I suppose.
I honestly always thought that's what it was.
Really?
So breakfast, we need to cook it up fast.
I can't proclaim to have been the most brilliant child.
Sneaking. Sneaking, effusive imp. Okay. Is gifting. Thank you for giving that community sub. Sneaking, effusive imp. And Ferris Bear, thank you for cheering. New Space Force patches? Oh, God. Grimos. Grimos wants to know what you guys think of the Space Force patches.
Still not Stargate, so not good enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mm-mm.
Alright, so like a fool, I forgot to buy hash browns the other day. So I shall not attempt the over easy eggs.
Oh no.
Just scrambles?
Yeah, I'd probably do scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs. You at least have bacon, though, right? Silly question, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I got the coffee making too. I got my more milk. Oh well, we'll do that later.
God damn it, Hazelwood.
What
Why
do
are
you
you
do?
eating kettle corn breakfast?
I like
He's
kettle
eating kettle
corn.
corn and Monster Energy drink for
Look,
breakfast.
the second part of that, not great, but I like kettle corn.
That is not beer and pizza, Jack.
I want to get the microphone to pick up the sizzling of the sausages. That makes perfect.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And the warm beer, cold pizza. That's the breakfast of champions.
Mm.
Here's a question for you guys. How do you dispose of your egg shells? Do you put them just in the garbage? Or you put them down the garbage disposal?
Garbage.
You eat them right in the garbage. There is no such thing as a garbage disposal at my place. We have a
Fair
compost. Yeah.
I have a disposal, but I put them in garbage. So.
My friend's mom was really weird. She put the cracked eggshells back in the cart.
And threw the carton out.
I guess, I mean, after they were all used, yes.
Yeah, it's so that she knows she used them all.
But I mean, wouldn't it be easier just to throw them out? That way you knew how many eggs you had left instead of playing the guessing game. Is this a real egg or a used egg?
Probably.
Alright, gentlemen. I am not made of steel like Rob is. I need to
Rob
go
is
have a
made of
smoke.
rubber right now.
But you're just bouncing off of everybody's energy right now is what's going on.
I will be back in like 2 hours or so, Rob. You
Okay,
take care
dokie,
till then, big guy.
Enjoy, sir.
You take care of him, chat.
Save me, chat.
Save you. They're the ones that put you in this predicament. What are you talking about?
I put myself in this. They didn't do this.
They extended the timer on you, Rob.
Yeah, but I planned on doing it anyway.
So you know, if you just stream to drive on over, I'll make you breakfast.
Oh, it's so good. The slip is. Ugh. Dude, I am in no position to drive.
Fine, we'll stream the Uber ride over then. But I'm sure as hell ain't leaving. It's a Saturday. I'm staying home.
I feel that, brother.
It's all very much a Rob problem right now, not
Yeah.
a Striker problem.
That sounds like a problem. A problem.
And right now, I'm just making up 3 eggs out of the 8 I have.
How long did bonus time for Mega stream? It's like another 12-hour stream.
Yeah, you're going up till the chess tournament, right?
No. They put so much in, like chat, that there's now a stockpile of 12 hours for a second stream.
Which I'm saying should be Civ 5.
I think.
Well, okay, so we'll get one
That'll
turn of Civ
corn.
5 and got it.
Some people have said that. So a few people have said that, I think.
Morning, Rob.
Hi, Hazel.
How you doing, buddy?
I am.
He's hanging.
I am
Woo!
lagging very fast right now. I want nothing more than to pass out in this chair.
Yeah, you
Holy
look
fuck.
that way. You look that way.
I am ragged right now.
But props to you for making it this far, even if you do stop. But I know you. You're just being stubborn because sheer willpower and drunk.
I haven't been drinking.
I know. It's just natural.
Yeah, it's part of my.
Your body has.
My body
Still
just
so
develops a
alcohol.
drunk. I break.
No. Past a certain. What is it like? Being awake for 18 hours is about the equivalent of drinking a fifth of Jack.
Not a fifth.
Midnight Madness.
All right, I'll
Well,
do
damn
it.
it! I drank a hell of a lot in high school and didn't even know it.
Oh. Worst I've ever had was, and this was due to my own issues, but I made it 7 days without sleep. Don't. Just don't.
Isn't it like after 72 hours, you're officially insane with no sleep?
Yes. Past that point, you actually will hallucinate. And badly. By the 7th day, and this was with trying to sleep. I had insomnia problems. I did eventually fall asleep. Unfortunately, it was behind the wheel of a car.
That's not good.
That wasn't. Yeah, that wasn't
Did you
ideal.
survive?
Maybe. I might have survived. I did manage to drive about 15 miles while asleep. And then woke up driving through downtown Jamestown, stomped the brakes because I was going downhill doing about 70 through city streets. Slid to a stop, made it the next 10 minutes to my buddy's place and passed out on the couch for 2 days.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a bad day. That was a really bad day. Oh,
like
he's
to think
moving
of
again.
his-
Yeah, just
all I can
taking
think
the
of
eye
is,
break.
Jackie Chan Adventures. Bad day, bad day, bad day, bad
Yeah,
day.
bad day, bad day, bad day, bad day. John, thank you for donating
Nice.
those $2. Yeah, who was it? Slayer. Slayer gave me an eye break.
Aw.
So I took really good advantage of it and put my head back and listened to Hazel talk and tell the story. That
Yeah, well, I've got a choice here. Maybe you guys can help me decide what I should have. I've got lots of cheeses in the fridge to put on these eggs. I've got Colby Jack, I've got Munster cheese, I've got cheddar, I've got pepperoni cheddar. I don't have American singles, though.
cheddar.
Where'd the goddamn Gouda?
I didn't buy Gouda. That's where the goddamn Gouda is.
Well, that's a mistake.
Either the Colby Jack or the cheddar.
Well, I put cheddar on my burger the other day. Let's use the Colby Jack.
Yeah, there you go. Oh. No, Angry Skeleton Man, I have not. I have not slept since waking up at 7 a.m. yesterday.
No. That's
That's bad.
I have been live 25 hours, 41 minutes, and 6 seconds. Minus the 2 intermissions we took. So we did take 2 intermissions. And the little breaks here and there, the ad breaks and the potty time and all that. It's
Oh,
bad.
yeah. We're not asking you to have a bucket.
Yeah, no. Oh, fuck. And I have been so thoroughly hydrated.
Well, you're not asking for a bucket.
They had a hero. Peekaboo, my health is I'll be sleepy, and the family is I'll watch my son. There's nothing bad gonna happen.
Yeah.
I have one family, and it is boy. Do.
Sausage. Not bad. Probably gonna cook for a little bit longer though.
Nice.
Now I shall inflict pain on myself and start War Thunder.
Tranquilizing? You wouldn't have to tranquilize me. I'd just like fall asleep.
All you have to do is push the off button.
I know.
It's his nose. Just poke him in the nose and he turns off.
I probably would. I'd be like, blah, done. Pet? Oh, yeah. Big key. He's all tucked in right here.
No, those pets are for you, Rob.
Welcome back, fan art.
Well, what?
Indeed.
And welcome to mobile, Grandma.
Yeah, welcome to mobile. Yeah, Angry Skeleton, we beat Heroes of Might and Magic 1 in under 24 hours. Probably more like under 22 hours if you cut all the breaks and stuff out and like the time that we considered the actual time we started. Something like that. We beat the whole thing, and then we brought this up because that was the plan.
Well, is Might and Magic 2 now you're on?
I beat 2.
Oh.
2 was the first one I did, just like serendipity of which one I kind of started playing first, and I just kept rolling with it before I made it a thing. So it was like, oh, okay, now it's going to be a thing. But before that, it was just like, this is the one that I'm playing.
I like it.
So yeah, we got 1 and 2 out of the way. Now we're doing 3, and then we'll do Chronicles, and then we'll do 4. So, yeah.
I don't know, do I want ketchup on these little links or do I want him with syrup? That's a question.
I don't know.
Wait, what did you say?
Syrup or ketchup?
I'm making breakfast right now. So do I have these like little sausages, little breakfast sausages with ketchup, or do I want them with syrup?
Syrup.
Sausage better with syrup.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were talking about
are...
putting syrup on eggs, and I was gonna cry.
I've done that, but usually with like shitty eggs.
Yeah, these are worst house breakfast sausage links. Pretty good. They're pretty good just alone, although I'm going to cook these a little bit longer because while the skin had a nice crunch to them, I think the insides could have been a little bit better.
One of my favorites.
Did you have a little bit of water in the pan to help them cook?
I guess I could.
One of my favorites was always brown and syrups.
Oh, those are always good.
I know.
Frankly, they're better than they have any right to be for how cheap they are.
I agree with that.
Like, if I had any motivation at all whatsoever today, I actually have those in the fridge with eggs and cheese and things that could make a real breakfast, but I chose instead kettle corn and Monster because I'm a fucking idiot.
Hey, I'm making breakfast on stream for us all, so get your orders in.
Let the chef decide. I don't care.
Okay, rum chata, you got it.
All right, I like it. Does it come with a complimentary bottle of whiskey?
Well, no, that gets mixed in with the pancakes. What are you talking about?
You actually get a lovely.
Beautiful.
You actually get a lovely decanter of scotch from Stryker.
Samuel Walt brand scotch.
Oh, don't threaten me with a good time. Scotch and bourbon are my shit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as much as I love them, they really don't love me.
Fair.
It's a love-hate relationship, Hazel.
I'm like physically abusive.
Stretch? Okay.
Oh, good morning, Night Owl.
Night Owl.
He hasn't said anything, but he redeemed that stretch.
He did. He's said a couple things so far.
As when we find out he's been staying up the entire time with you.
I would have been. I hope nobody did that. Ugh. No.
Like, it'd be a Chad move. That's to be certain. But also a really bad idea. You've got 7 more hours? Oh my god. Because you're going to 32, right?
Trying to.
What?
Nothing, just popping myself back up.
That was amazing. My tank blew up in War Thunder, but it all that was left was like one little metal panel. Everything just fucking
was
vanished.
Vaporized.
Yeah.
What happened to that vehicle? What vehicle?
Oof.
Yeah.
It didn't even make like the full explosion sound or any of the fire or smoke. It just like was like a short pop and then everything was gone.
Okay, the eggs aren't bad.
Nice.
Probably should have had the heat down a little bit lower when I first poured them in, though.
Oh yeah, that's important. One of the
I
things
mean, they
my
already were like
grandfather
at a medium low, but still.
one of the things my grandfather taught me about cooking eggs was if they look like they're done, that they're overcooked.
Yeah. I mean, luckily these are just scrambled eggs, so you really can't screw those up too bad if you catch them quick enough.
He made those. Well, he was just also a really good cook. My grandmother didn't cook, so he did all the cooking, and that was a cool guy.
Oh yeah.
He also, somewhere I have a picture of me in a D-Day. Oh my God, what the hell was the troop transport aircraft for the U.S. military in World War II? The ones the paratroopers jumped out of. He had taken pictures of me hanging out the cockpit window of one that still had the Normandy invasion stripes because he had helped restore it.
Nice.
That was the kind of stuff he was absolutely... No, not B-17. Yeah, I think it would have been like the C-7 archive. It was the troop transport, not the bombers. Douglas C-47, yep, that's it. Yeah, there's a picture of me as a child hanging out the cockpit window of one that he had helped restore. It was cool as hell. Oh. Actually, if you had asked him at any point during his life what his favorite World War II aircraft was, he would have gone with the P-47, or the Jug, as he called it, which... Alright.
More than that can count. Okay. The Colby Jack was a pretty good call for the eggs, too.
Colby Jack's always good with eggs.
Yeah.
You alright?
Yeah.
You just have an attack of reality?
No.
It was more of a settling in of reality.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about. The realization that he's still here.
Just like being in a box canyon.
Yeah. Great place to be.
Yeah. Yeah, boy.
Oh.
Freedom, 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 oi! Freedom, 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 oi! My mind is randomly wandering around.
My mind is fucking mushed.
The bubble has collapsed. Like a souffle.
The bubble. The bubbles.
What the bubbles, yes?
The bubbles.
Oh, now little weenies are starting to burst out the side of the casing. I think these little weenies are done.
Yay, little weenies.
Little wieners.
Weenie batch number 2. I'm putting little weenie batch number 1 back on the heat. Get those cooked up a little bit more, I think, because I think they need it.
Oh.
Weenie batch 2.
Damn it. Damn pillows. Angelic Knight, yeah, I think it's
Well, just as good.
a painful amount of numbers. Yeah, Rob's a champion night. Oh, I just responded to people in chat.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm dragging ass.
If you're too goddamn tired, don't kill yourself to do it.
Hey man, I got some coffee here for you. Want me to pour you a mug?
Don't lace it with whiskey. That'll just fuck them up.
I don't think I can win this fight.
I got rum shot up with it. Ooh.
They've
That's
got
like do for the next one.
they've got too many heroes or too many units on that guy. Is there really gonna be yanking back? Oh god. My mouse just felt really heavy.
That's a new one.
You're using a weighted mouse, Rob. Wait until you take those weights off, then it'll be a superhero. Just like Goku.
Nice.
Well, Rob, we believe in you.
I know you do. I'm not sure I believe very much right now, but
Don't believe in you, believe in the me that believes in you.
I'm very good.
Alright.
God damn. Yeah.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Oh no.
Guess that's the same exact number. Didn't really help.
So did the farm sim guys come through last night?
Yeah,
we might have.
It was fun.
Yeah, we stopped in, did some dumb stuff. No one got to see it. It probably infuriated people. I don't know.
I enjoyed it. And that's what counts. You know what matters? Me.
Matters is the war crimes we made along the way.
Yeah.
You know what I say we do for the next subathon? Is that they've got one person that's doing the actual subathon itself. But then we keep the schedule going as normal, so we have streams within the stream.
Ah.
That'd be
like in a small, it's like in like a window in the corner. You've got what's normally scheduled going on during the subathon.
Huh.
Yeah. See, I like that. We're also a community project of idiots, and no one else has probably tried that yet. But it wouldn't be that hard to set up, would it?
Wow.
No, as long as you stream the game through Discord, and then whoever's streaming, does another layer.
Yeah.
For that window, yeah.
Yep. Bulk is correct. I achieved a new peak escape velocity for the Van Sant space program. I hit
Okay, what do you
1,588
achieve?
miles. I was in a semi, and I did
Okay.
1,588 miles an hour.
All right, now, okay, that's good. That's good semi. But as one of the Van Zandt engineers, I'm going to need to ask you to try that in a combine harvester next.
We've done that. We've got one of those to like
excellent.
1,400.
Excellent, good. We can now mine space rocks then.
Yes. Yeah, we can harvest the space rock.
Good.
It was also a semi with tank treads instead of wheels on the rear. It was weird.
Sounds normal. That sounds normal for Van Zandt.
Yeah, it's about right. No, you went that fast in the combine bulk. I was the one going fast in the semi.
Listen, as long as we can get the combine harvester up to mine the asteroids, I don't care who drove it.
I mean, so on some of our attempts, the semi and the combine made it to the top of the map and just stayed there. They actually achieved orbit.
Fantastic.
Because in the map, there is a sky limit, and there are also limits as far as left and right, and you can make it into the corner, and shit will just stay there, spinning permanently. Unfortunately, when the semi reached nearly 1,600 miles an hour, it was going down at the time, so it ended up under the map.
Okay, but it still reached that speed, though. That's important to know.
Yes, because Jesus, fuck that. You wouldn't have felt a goddamn thing, I'll tell you that much. My brain's just trying to like, how the fuck did we do that? Oh yeah, we broke it.
Yeah, space magic. Pure and simple.
Farm sim magic, because broken. I love it. So dumb.
But aren't planets all in space?
We were in space Kansas, okay? It's not a place you want to be.
Taking a minute to collect my thoughts and do things each time. I'm just really sluggish. I'm slowing down. I do. I'm so tired, Tra. It's hitting me like a truck. It's hitting me like a truck. What time is it? 10:34.
Keep going, buddy.
What time's the chess tournament?
5.
Oh.
Yeah, roughly 12 hours from now. 12. It's 11 and a half. No, I'm going stupid. 7 and a half.
Going?
And I think the Aux has their chess champion figured out. Who's fighting for us? Do we know yet?
No idea.
That'll probably be Psyduck again. Ooh. Last 2 sausages are coming along pretty well.
Good.
Water break. Thank you. And a pet. I know, guys. I know you all.
See how these sausages are with a little bit of Mrs. Buttersworth.
Log cabin's better.
Well, I don't have a log cabin, okay?
I know.
He's really
I'm just
happy.
being a smartass. He's got all like the delicious breakfasty shit, and I'm just like, but
I'm talking about
but sadness.
I'm talking about the kitty.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Straker and his happiness about foods.
Food happy, good happy.
Food happy.
Oh,
Food
Seraphim's
happy.
helping. Seraphim's helping.
Oh, he just put his paws around my arm. I hope you can see that.
That's
That's a
fantastic.
cat hug right there. You got a cat hug, sir.
Yeah, that's a cat hug. Can confirm.
That means the cats are with you. So you cannot
Yep,
give
add
up.
another. Yep, add another 5 hours.
Screw it. We'll just split stream the chess tournament and you.
If you had another 5 hours, I think that cat would have an accident.
We just watched Rob's life fade from his eyes hearing that. What? 1 cat hug equals 5 hours? No!
I'll never hug a cat again.
It throws the cat.
Meow.
Oh, look at that. Half more coffee.
Let me get this guy. That'll do.
And then we'll put some rum chata in there, and then we'll pour the coffee.
Good old rum chowder.
Rum chata makes a great milk substitute for Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
No. My problem is the only experience I have with rum chata is a couple from Boston screaming about it at me and my my ex while we were on vacation. Like they just wouldn't shut up about the rum chata. Oh, they just wouldn't shut up.
Alright, I'm gonna go swap microphones. Back in a minute.
Okay.
She threatened us with a weird time.
Giggity.
Giggity. Google. Alright, the sausage man is gone, but will return.
Yep.
Is the cat just like eating your arm? Looks like your arm keeps getting further and further into the cat's bed.
He's got one paw like over my forearm, and he's tucked his nose in on his belly, like his whole self in on his belly. And he's got his cheek resting against my forearm, and he's just swishing his tail, being really happy.
Hello, that's because I'm not from Boston. And I don't do accents.
My rum chata was the hair of the dog for a convention.
Yeah, Ella, I was also supposed to, actually have free time, which I was never given.
Well, you have free time now, buddy. Come on.
Yeah, but I'm not in Maine now. Or Maine, she's Massachusetts. Fuck, I need to wake up.
Oh. Chowder.
Yeah, I'm over in the fucking west end of New York, which is just depressing. We have free time at home. Yeah, that's about right, Bulk. I've been to Philly. I learned to weld in Philly. Western New York can be depressing as hell, but it's also not downstate, so, you know, it's got that going for it.
Yeah, I think the syrup really helps out the sauce.
Scissor. Oh, okay. I think one of our corporate ops is in White Plains, which seems to be a common thing. And yeah, pretty much anywhere downstate is no thanks for me. Wait, Gloucester? I went and visited Gloucester. Gloucester. I don't know. I think Rob died. We're proud of him.
Mm-mm.
We shouldn't be proud of you? What?
That's what he's telling us.
Now's not the time to start.
But waffles.
Ooh, I like waffles.
Good. Do I even...
I'm sorry, I didn't make waffles. I made eggs.
It's okay.
Bulk sharing random images of his cat. Well, cats.
Kitty.
People from Gloucester have fishing and people that died fishing to talk about. That's all I got. The White Plains is discount New York City. Got it. No thanks. We have New York at home. Unfortunately, no one wants New York.
Not even that big. It's... Bonk. Hello, tune a bitty.
Woohoo!
I'm up. I'm awake.
I don't need it.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it. Wake up. Thank you. 5.
Just don't start to doze. We'll have to set off the fireworks we have under your chair.
Oh no.
And you were wondering why I was visiting you last week.
They're all snakes.
Oh.
Okay, now you're just ruining the surprise.
I didn't say whether they were actual snakes with explosives strapped to them or just pyrotechnic snakes, because those things are depressing.
Listen, I do shit with style.
Bolt cheering them bit. I break. Oh, thank Christ. Talk for a minute,
No.
please.
Everyone go silent.
Hazel. Charging my attack.
Piccolo, calm down. That was a great show.
Mana.
Wabba wabba.
Mana.
We need Squick back here.
More
I
quenchable.
need him to read me more green text.
Oh God.
Oh, we want green text readings?
No. We need Squick to do it. He did it last night and no one clipped it.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess the question is, do we want new green text or old green text?
I don't know. I just grabbed a random one that I thought that always amused me and just threw it at him. He was like, all right, well, I'm going to read this as if a radio announcer is doing so. And then it got weird. It got fucking weird.
Oh, yeah, it got...
I mean, as one would expect it to, yes.
Yeah.
It was
back here,
upsetting
you son of a
spaghetti.
bitch. It was slightly disturbing, but in a good way.
You'll catch lung clot. That's how that works.
Lung clot?
I'll get
that
the
a real
black.
thing?
I'll get the black death. Alright, let's fucking finish these lizard fools and shit with their ass.
Oh. I set plane on fire.
Plane, fire, go bad.
Haha, fire go burr. God damn it, crash already, you son of a bitch. Plane engulfed in flames. I didn't get the kill.
You and your war chunders.
Yeah. Oh, we're derps. Might slowly try to claim some semblance of what used to be my sanity.
Buddy, I feel that vibe.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Oh! Why? Sorry. Random foot bothered me.
Uh-huh.
kit here. It's part of the HD Plus mod. It'll quick sim battles according to the game's standing logic. So it's not like an added feature. It's just
A flawed feature.
It's capability that you didn't really have before. It opens up the UI and everything. It doesn't do it differently. Still alive. Damn.
Now Allah's just doing it to be vindictive. Proud of him.
He got me with them biddies.
He throwing pennies at us. Yeah.
Rob, are you dead inside? People want to know.
Certainly emptying out quicker than usual.
Magnesium citrate? That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, Beetle? How do they still have castles and shit?
Carefully.
Magic, that's how.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it does, Beetle. You're not kidding there. You are not kidding.
Slightly kidding.
Only kind of kidding.
Moderate jest.
Ella's threatening to jump in here.
Oh.
Oh no! Don't threaten us with a good time.
Get your ass in here, boy.
He won't. No ball.
It's Porta-John time. Beetle. Damn. Spicy.
I'm so energized. There's an open spot, Aloe. You don't have to kick anyone out.
Yeah, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but he wants to do it
Get in here.
by being rude.
Okay.
It's his fetish.
I see.
Just let him have his fetish.
I see.
He's from Baston. Oh, the big stretch for me. Yummy coffee.
I need moisturizer for what?
For that burn. I don't know.
I mean, when you have like 48 orc throwers, you have 48 orc throwers. I think the ratios are like represented by what they show. Like it's an army of 72 cavalry and 85 goblins and 64 throwers and like 20 chiefs and 9 giant birds.
I like it.
I think it's all pretty much 1-to-1.
Wait, giant birds?
Yeah. Giant.
I have a question.
Birds. Yes.
That wasn't a bomb that went off next to me. That was a fucking nuke.
Well, at least
I was
now you
watching
know
the
the
tank
difference.
disappear into the crater. I have the power of spawn protection. I am alive.
You can't pick. Hey, Jake. You can't pick Necropolis yet. Hey, Aloe.
Who's there?
Aloe came.
It's the Aloe.
What's
Oh,
up?
I did.
Aloe, the bowling champ.
Hey, there he is.
Aloe the bowling ball. I mean, champion. What?
Hey, don't talk about my balls like that.
Ha Melon baller.
Yeah. Didn't we talk about that last night too?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the last thing I was reading before I passed out.
Ah, that's right.
Aloe's bowling adventure.
Sure.
Yes, a mighty quest to prove that I, in fact, know how to bowl a little bit.
You've got
You are a
bowls of
champion.
steel.
I'm not good, but I'm better than probably about half the people that have ever gone bowling.
I'm bad at bowling.
Probably better than me.
We call that average.
That's all I strive for in life, really.
Oh, good.
And I'm on my second coffee, and I slept really well last night. Rob, how are you?
Yeah.
Yup.
Oh, Rob, you look like you need to be spooned, my lad.
I'd be down. I'm down.
Joke's on you. That's his thing.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Spooning leads to forking. That's all I know.
Ah. Well, fork that.
Hum, 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 hum. Fork me.
Can I opt out?
No.
Is that allowed?
No. Fork this.
Well,
I would
you know
like
the
to
doors,
don't.
bud.
But a lot of people.
Ugh.
Oh.
I feel like this is something Aloe would know. It comes from something Biersky just said. What's the greatest number of people to have spooned at a single time?
I don't know, because I feel like you could start doing like.
Let me check my records.
Could be like spoons across America.
Yeah. See? These are the things we need to know.
Frito, I have 14-pound balls, if you must know. So I thought about moving up to 16, to be completely honest. Get that carry when I hit the pocket.
That just seems gratuitous at that point.
Look, we're holding hands.
Desert Owl, both at once.
I don't know, like if you put a good angle on it, you could just spoon into a full circle.
The Infinispoon.
And then you could, at the same time, all roll over and spoon the person that spooned you. What? I'm only on my second coffee. Give me a break.
Yeah, I'm 2/3 of the way through my first monster, and
Oh, you going to Area 51 there, Kyle?
huh? Yeah,
That's
see,
really
making
cool.
coffee would require me stepping out of my room and using the coffee maker. My roommate has left coffee in for 3 days.
Biersky gets it. The spiral spoon. The helical spoon.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind making coffee, but somebody made coffee and then left coffee in the coffee maker for 3 fucking days, and it wasn't me.
That's super coffee there.
3 days is a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah, which means, it's nasty, disgusting coffee I'm not drinking that, and I don't have the effort. I don't have the effort or desire to fucking.
Yeah, glaze.
No.
That's funny.
Dude, get yourself a cold brew French press. That way you can just leave it in the fucking fridge.
Don't tempt me.
That's what. Hey, I mean, I bought one and game changer. Have a hot coffee in the morning, or a cold brew based on how I'm feeling.
That sounds fantastic.
I don't hear you saying but though.
There was no but. I just said that
All right.
that sounds fantastic.
All right. Well, let's see. Time to do some research. And also, welcome if you're just joining us. This is Rob's first time ever playing Heroes of Might and Magic 3, quite
Bullshit.
clearly.
You fucking idiot.
And yeah, he is what? You have 5 more hours to go, right?
I am so close
Okay.
to passing out. Yeah.
No, you're not.
Uh,
Striker, can we Postmates some cocainium
no,
liquidized
you
to Robert?
can't. I don't know if I could
Yeah,
get up
maybe.
right now. For starters, no. Okay,
Well,
I
it
got
matters who the post.
one
matters who the
castle.
person
Fuck
delivering
these
the Postmates is.
We'll just have him throw it through the window where you're at. That's all.
There.
Oh wait, I know I was just joking about the Jimmy John's delivery driver feeding the sub to Rob, but it might actually have to happen now.
Yeah, it might be necessary.
Blue has been vanquished. I won. Despite that, I won.
Hooray.
Yay, victory.
That's another campaign down.
Oh my god.
BPL1 Sir Dad.
Yeah.
Your rank, beholder these nuts.
Ooh, that's a hiccup right there.
These were my first 2. So that's 2 down. Times up.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how melty is your brain right now, Rob?
Melted completely.
There,
You haven't even
Jake
hit
wanted
30
enough.
hours. Come on. Hazelwood.
How long have I been up?
What we have.
Oh.
Quite a while, buddy.
28
Well, it's
hours.
27 hours since we started.
28.
27.
Well, 26:33, and I was up a little over an hour before that.
So, Ella, what was it you were sending me? Is he up to no good? Should I be concerned?
He's starting trouble in your neighborhood.
Probably. Uh-oh.
Alright. Yeah, I rise again to still beat that level. Alright, so this is the last intro campaign from the main game. You can see there's like the 1, 2, 3. These are the intro campaigns, and then you have the 3 like advanced campaigns that tell the rest of the story. And then it unlocks like either 1 or 2 more. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Hazelwood, I sent you that thing.
Dungeons and Devils.
Yeah, I see that. That's why I went, ooh.
So we'll
Yeah,
listen to the
dude,
intro here.
It's super easy to do. It really is. I mean, it's only 51 ounces, so you can only get like 1 large coffee out of it, but it's totally worth it.
That's actually kind of perfect, because that's like, hey, that's enough to fill my coffee mug. Well, my coffee canister.
Yeah, no, it rocks though. I usually drink black coffee, but you throw that in with some ice, and if you have a good like coffee mug or whatever, like a Yeti or whatever, it will stay for a good long time. Like I still have ice in my can mug that I usually run around with, like at like 2 in the afternoon when I made it at like 6 in the morning.
It's actually in stock, in store at fucking
Target.
10 minutes away from me.
Hell yeah, brother.
Good old Target.
Yeah, the Bullseye Boutique. Aloe is everywhere or nowhere all at the same time.
That's cool.
Oh, fuck. Where'd it shoot me from?
It's gun.
Well, yeah, you're not wrong. Just one of the new tanks that got put into the game where it's just like, hey, look, it's new and it's strontium and certainly balanced and never incorrect.
Delicious.
Yes.
We're gonna begin with the devils in the Dungeons and Devils, and this is their plan and how they capture Stedwick. So you actually play as them doing that right now.
Oh, I'm actually on that campaign in Heroes 3, Rob. Right now.
Oh, nice.
Doing a drugs about it?
Yeah, this guy looks like he's got drugs.
Yeah.
Probably true.
So he's got a 3-headed dog. Of course he's doing drugs.
That tracks.
These are Kriegans from Aethol. They're demons.
Eremans.
You have to. You don't get a choice. Because then after this, you have to play as the Nirons. Our underlings have done well. They have managed to raise a volcano and erect a fort in a sparsely populated forest just outside of Arathia's border. They summoned a fucking volcano just so they could fucking live there. Just outside of Arathia's border. While the dungeon overlords make their way underground towards the capital, you must strike at their allies, the elves of Able. The Gold Dragon Queen is a powerful ally of Able. You must find her lair and see to her demise, as this will greatly weaken the elves and make them less of a threat to our plans to destroy Arathia. Go now and make us proud.
I have questions.
Yeah?
Who summoned a volcano? You just called one into existence where there previously was none?
Yeah, well, where's Zarfax, who praises Zorg?
That seems like one of those. That seems like one of those.
Look, see,
incredibly detrimental to the.
Here's the volcano, and this is the fort that our slaves built into it, and here's where the forest was.
Yeah, it just seems detrimental to the entire surrounding area.
Huh. Well, I mean,
look, property values go down all the time. It just is the way.
Yeah, but usually the local population doesn't really go down that fast.
They'll come back. Probably.
I mean, not many things have the population density removal talent of a Mount St. Helens style eruption.
This was probably way worse.
Probably.
Your scouts report that the immediate area is rich in resources and that to the south there's a shaman who's familiar with this area and might be willing to help us. Okie dokie. Go touch this. Get her level up. trade that to him.
See, Mount St. Helens wasn't that bad, except that's because it was not a populated area. I'm just talking about the eruption type.
Oh, baby. I hear him. Hooray,
Oh.
imps.
My girlfriend just got home and the dog is going all pee-pee and not pee-pee, but he's making noises.
Okay.
Happy puppy.
Doing the potty dance.
No, he just went out. No, he's just excited.
Yeah, happy puppy noises.
So, I'll be back. Oh gosh, she's got him in her arms. They're walking over to me, and the dog's about to punch me in the chest.
Oh, good.
And here it comes. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Oh.
Hi.
Happy puppy, happy puppy, happy.
Happy puppy.
Happy puppy dance.
Happy girlfriend. Happy puppy. I think everyone's
Work,
happy
work,
here.
work.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Hooray.
These two look happy. I look happy. We're all awake. We're all alive.
I'm here.
That's more than I could say for Rob right now.
I'm here.
You
I'm
exist.
here. Oh, pet and stretch.
Yeah,
No.
pet the stretch.
Beetle has a stretch for me.
Pet the dog right now. He's punched me in the throat.
I'm petting Wendell while
You
he was
grow
taking
back.
his bath.
But now,
Alright, I'll be back in a second.
Okie dokie.
yeah.
Eye break, okay. Alrighty then. Oh, I gotta sit up.
You gonna be able to beat the last of the intro campaigns?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
Don't get me wrong, I do, even in my debilitation, enjoy this. And yeah, you can see, literally raised this out of the ground. Like, they perform a summoning ritual.
Fantastic, and I love it.
That then they use to build their keeps when they're not on their home world. Which is like a volcano world.
So they're aliens?
Yeah.
Oh, makes sense.
They're from a different planet. And they use portals to get here.
Alright, I survived getting punched by my dog.
I'm glad you
Wonderful.
survived dog punch.
Congratulations on survival.
That's what I strive for in life.
Did you teach him anything?
Generally,
Will?
that's kind of the goal of life.
Survive until you can't.
Survival is a necessity for life.
New objective: survive.
Objective failed.
Oh,
Fuck!
fish and failed.
All I did is ate a taco. Yeah, that was your mistake.
Yeah. Don't
Oh,
worry.
good talk.
Don't worry, you'll understand soon.
I just had the shit scared out of me.
Like I did yesterday,
or? Kinda. I just turned corner and there was tank. Angie tank.
I'm sorry, Angie Tank is waiting for you.
Shit happens. Startled the fuck out of me.
And Tank was like, "Hey, asshole, what up?"
What's up, buddy? I was like, "Hi, I'm an M41, and you're dead." And I was all like, "But I'm a Centurion, and that hurts."
CB that something can't be done. CBs.
You're not wrong. The CBs can get shit done. Well,
Stole a
I don't know about
train.
now. Yeah.
The only thing I know about the CBs.
I don't know what. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what
they stole a train of beer once. That's the only thing I know about the CBs.
Yeah. I prefer to steal a beer of train, but you know. I've been shot. And my engine is saying, nope, I quit.
Bail out, bail out.
But I still have bombs to deliver.
Fair. Yeah.
Seriously, they might still have the capability of doing it, but are they used in that fashion anymore? Because the way military units are used has changed very drastically.
Company mode. Attempt to engage. I like how we
somebody
just
shut off the air horn.
To get the hellhole, we just pay 3,000 gold to have some assholes dig a pit. That's it. And down on the inside, we put people in it, and we just sit there and whip them. That's how we train the pit fiends. They're just supposed to torture people. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Run away. Oh, that's not going to be good. That's not going to be good. Ah, fuck. Ooh, he ran away to get like reinforcements or something. Like an idiot.
Nice.
Apparently everything's willing to join me, right?
Rob, you are looking much awake right now, my guy.
I hear my son. You wouldn't believe the
My
adrenaline you
boy!
get from that.
Well, yeah, when I hear my dog, I feel that way. He's like my first son. But not my first owner.
Nope.
Yep, just process that one for a sec, Hazelwood.
Mnemonic Man, thank you for doing the resub. We
The do.
appreciate you.
Welcome.
Gooder
yes.
morning, gooder sir. Oh, gooder morning to you.
Sorry, Aloe, I was too busy eating kettle corn.
Eating what?
Kettle corn.
Oh.
Delicious. And frankly,
if
all
you're
the
into it.
motivation I have for it.
Ooh, his work? Yeah.
Mnemonic man, why are you working a weekend?
Some people have weekend jobs, you know? For some people, that's a normal.
No.
You're like, stop. No.
Incorrect.
Like it.
No one should have to work weekends.
What about that song though? That states that everybody is in fact working for the weekend.
Yeah, for the weekend, not on the weekend.
Monday
got a
Monkey
point.
lives for the weekend, sir.
Monday Monkey lives for the weekend, sir.
I actually know what that's from.
Futurama.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I should be happy or sad about that fact.
Pretty good quote, so...
You could be happy about that, I think.
A really good show.
It was. Pretty solid.
It still
show,
is.
yes.
You've seen it.
Oh, we'll see if the new season that comes out is any good.
Oh boy.
I stopped watching season 4, 1 through 4. That's it. Ignore the movies. Ignore everything after that.
A couple of the movies weren't that bad.
A couple of the movies were okay, and that's just it. They were only okay.
No, where they kind of lost me was with the let's start doing like different art style stuff, and that sequence of episodes was
It was
rough.
like one episode with 3 different
Yeah,
stories, I
that
think.
was just bad.
Yeah, that was a little odd.
That was just bad.
And I know there's some of the writers are like, you know what? If I gotta write the ending to the show again, I'm done.
Right.
Because they wrote they ended that show like 3 times.
4.
Essentially.
Canceled like 4 times.
Yeah, it was like 4 times.
Yeah. Well, the definitive. Okay, this is how things. Kind of thing, because there was a cancellation that Fox did.
Yeah.
Which really didn't get much of an ending.
No.
But you know, then there was like the Beast with the. Was it Beast with a Billion Backs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that the last one? Was that the last one before the series was renewed?
No, because then there was another one where it was like Bender's big score.
Yeah, whichever one it was that was like the definitive, which was like before the series came to be, is like one ending to the show.
Bender one.
Wild Green Yonder was the last one.
Okay, yeah, Wild Green Yonder, because that was kind of like an ending
That means
to
like
the show.
5 times. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Because then you actually count the end of season 10 as the actual last one. Like, Jesus, fuck.
Right.
Yeah, that show ended 5 times, one of which without warning. The others were like, they expected it every goddamn time. Holy shit.
Go, stretch. Stretch my neck a little bit there.
I'm confused. Bierski, you're concerning me because it's taking care of animals and brewing for a BPL winter supply drop and then your own quote-unquote fruit concentrate, I'm scared.
Why?
Fruit concentrate could be wine.
Beer Ski makes really
Beer
good
Ski
beer.
It was, yeah. There's some of the Van Zant one I like that.
Wait, this motherfucker makes beer? What the hell?
Yeah.
Wait,
he said
why do
it
you
was
think his name is
thing.
Beer Ski and he's talking about making beer?
Jeez, bro.
I don't know. I didn't know he was talking about making beer.
What?
I just assumed he's like some mad chemist with quote-unquote fruit.
No, he makes really good beer. He's making me a special one for the winter, which I'm like really excited for.
Wait, if y'all work for the Humane Society, where are you making the beer?
In his garage.
Oh, all right, then carry on.
Where one makes beer, the garage.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, where do you make beer?
The bathtub, duh. Oh wait,
That's
that
where
might not be.
moonshine lives.
You know, some of potato.
Potato, tomato, got it.
Yeah, that.
Tomato, Nelly Furtado.
Yeah, Grim, I've seen a chemist make hot sauce from rubber gloves.
What?
Using rubber gloves as a fucking container to make hot sauce. That seems like a bad day.
That's foolishness.
For everyone.
That's some downright cool.
He made it out of rubber glove? No.
Oh,
Nope. I am not. Made it out of rubber gloves. Ew. Why were the gloves the ingredient rather than the container? What the fuck? Well, Aloe's somewhere in. You're in Massachusetts, and I'm in New York. But opposite ends.
Yeah, I'm pretty much. If I wake up on the wrong side of the bed, I'm in Rhode Island. So I'm not
Actually,
close
if you know where Aloe's located, I'm in Buffalo. I'm that far away.
Beefalo.
Oofala.
I know what you are.
I'm in that place where people jump through tables for fun.
Those silly billies.
Yeah. Alcoholism's fun. Actually, I'm about 8 minutes from the Buffalo Bills Stadium. Literally, you go to the end of my street, turn left, and you will end up at the stadium. It's
nice.
Certainly interesting. And all this time lived in Buffalo, and I've still never been to a Buffalo Bills game. Because I ain't paying those prices.
Can't blame you.
Yeah. I'm not a screaming football fan, and the idea of like a $17 beer doesn't really appeal to me.
I like hockey more.
I've been to plenty of Sabres games, which is always disappointing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm sorry.
Yeah,
There was a while back. There was a while back when it's bad.
There was a while back that were great, but so the first year after Vegas got its own, hockey team, we went to a Sabres game and got a suite just so we could see the team that was coming to beat the shit out of the Sabres, because we're like, all right, we want to see how the Golden Knights play.
Fair enough.
Literally. Or like, we'll go to Sabres games just not expecting to see victory.
Let's go there to drink.
More or less, because my one buddy, he's done this thing every year where it was, we'll get a suite. He does it as a business expense type thing, and we go there, drink, eat, and have a great time. And incidentally, a game of hockey happens. What the fuck is this? Good, my phone bill's been paid. Wonderful.
Good thing to have.
Alright. Just do the smart thing and just auto pay. Do the thing. Don't involve me in it or I'll do it dumb and forget. Oh, don't let me be part of the process. I'm part of the process. Fuck up will occur.
Good beer talk going on. I love it.
Beer talk's always good.
I do like to talk beer. As long as we're not talking about the billions of IPAs out there.
I hate
That's
IPAs.
not beer. That's
Starting to get a little
liquid piss.
tired. Starting to get a little tired of the speed.
There are good IPAs, but Jesus Christ, I don't need 19,000 of them on one shelf. It just makes it hard to decide on which one to even try, and then I'm just staring at it going, they're all probably terrible. 1 in 1,000 is good. Fuck it, I'm not doing it.
Going to a brewery and just seeing 5 different kinds of IPAs, and that's all they have. It's like, what happened to lagers, boys?
Hang on, 5? 5?
No, I mean, I'm selling it short. It's more like 8, but it's all based on the size of the brewery.
I was gonna say, I've been to breweries where it's like 19 IPAs, a lager, an Irish red, and like maybe something seasonal. And I'm like, is this all you do? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'd like to go with the red at that point.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Fezbear, I've been having a bunch of Marzens. There's been a lot of good fest beers coming out this season, it seems like. Beerski, there are many styles of IPA, I understand. I'm more of a West Coast IPA fan myself, because I do actually enjoy hops. But this New England style IPA that's been sort of circulating around the lands of the newest of Englands is it's just very fruity and bleh. I don't like it.
Part of the problem is, one of the reasons why IPAs became a thing was so that they could actually transport beer longer distance, and it was just a hoppier beer. But then people were like, well, it's more bitter than regular beer. Let's turn it up to 11. And they just made it more and more and more and more and more bitter than it ever really was. Oh, so stupid.
Too thick.
Ugh. Alright. I actually have to get up and go do a human, so... I mean, do human thing. Yeah, that's... Phrasing. God damn it. I mean, I have to go be a human. Shut up. Fuck. Oh, shit. This is me without enough caffeine and sleep. Rob, I don't know how you're doing it. I'm proud of you.
Caffeine you speak of?
I don't know.
The only thing that keeps me alive. That's what it is.
I'm basically just setting the computer up to do the things I need it to do right now.
Fair enough. Anyways, gentleman, lady, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna assume y'all shit. Y'all have a great
I do shit.
day, whichever.
You have the great thing
Farewell.
too.
Bye, Hazelwood.
Thank you.
Catch you later.
That was Hazelwood, everybody, joining us for a second time on WBPL-76 SUB-A-THON. We are in 27 hours, 5 minutes, 18 seconds live.
Woohoo.
We're way past the 11th hour.
136.
You're gonna make it, buddy. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hopefully.
I'm a
Someday,
personal
probably.
wingman. Is he ready? Hi, buddy. Yeah. Red player is vanquished, so that just means that we don't have any competition on this map now.
Awesome.
Which means that we can take the objective at our leisure.
Build up forces.
Mm-hmm.
Gain capital. Open a fruit stand.
Yeah, so we actually covered that whole map in week 1, day 5, month 2. So we just kind of left everything sitting and went and just took everything. We rolled it pretty hard. Any of you ever fill a slushy machine with beer? Alright. It is 27 hours, 7 minutes, and I think I'm ready to call it because we've just gotten to the point where this is pretty much going to be clean up the next time I pick it up. We finished the campaign, we beat Heroes of Might and Magic 1, and I've got to watch him now, and I'm very tired, so...
Very
But
well.
But Robert,
All right.
we've only just begun.
Yeah, really. So I'm gonna call it a little early. I'll we'll figure out how I can make that up to people.
Well, we'll just add the extra hours onto that 12-hour stream.
Yeah, we'll have to. But anyway,
There are some faithful picks.
I won't get to do it. I won't get to rest for a little bit yet. I still gotta watch him. So, but like I said, I'm gonna call it so I can take care of Liam, and so we're just shy of noon now. Yeah. Thank you everybody for coming out. I'm gonna pull this down.
Murder Baby. I just saw him.
Yeah, you did. All right.
It's a good reason to end the stream.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm just
To go be a dad.
go be dad. I go be dad now.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you everyone. I appreciate it very much. You were all so giving, so thoughtful, so kind. It was incredible the support we had for our first big event. Yeah, and I hope you guys had fun. I hope that you all felt quite entertained with me rushing after my golden goose of beating all of Heroes. Thank you to all my co-hosts, Darksteel, Aloe, and Striker. You're the ones here now, but everybody who came in helped keep me going for sure.
You pretty much had guests the whole time through, man.
I did, and I needed it. I really did. It was awesome. But yeah, so we're just shy of noon. I didn't make it to 5. Could I have? Maybe. Should I right now? No. I should go be dad. So
yeah, you got other responsibilities.
yeah, I'm gonna go be dad. You all
give your kids some markers, and you can take a nap. You'll just wake up with drawings all over
yeah,
you.
really.
On the walls.
Hi, buddy. Yeah. It's a bottle and one of Mama's. I don't know what that is. A thing. Here.
Well, Rob, thank you for organizing this, and
No, Diggs did all the
out as long as he
organization.
did.
Let's not forget that. But
oh well, happy birthday, Diggs.
happy
You're out
birthday,
there.
Diggs. Yes. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Chess tournament is at 5 p.m. Eastern. 18 minutes, 5 hours from now. It's gonna be fun, and you're gonna see a lot more faces now today for that. So please tune in, and I will see you when I see you guys. Take care.
Later, everybody.
Farewell.